Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free. Hello and welcome to a watch-along. It's not often where I get to start the watch-along, so I'm going to bring Hal in because I think he's slightly lighter than he was a few seconds ago. Nope, still dark.
Oh, unbelievable.
Still dark.
This is even worse than it was in practice. I've got an idea.
What's your idea? I'm excited for this.
All right, what if I move physically? Oh, I nearly knocked my 𝐿𝐼𝐚𝐽𝐽𝐸 over again. And stand for the duration, like the fans will be doing at Hull in solidarity.
Yes, I definitely think you should do that. If you don't do that, you're a bad fan.
It's actually incredibly uncomfortable already. This is a really heavy computer.
That's why I wanted you to do it.
By the way, I've got the 𝐿𝐼𝐴. We're not sponsored by 𝐿𝐼𝐴 because I've got the 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐽𝐽𝐝 today. So my wife popped out and got me some 𝐿𝐼𝐴. So
not the 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐽𝐝.
Got the. I woke up with the 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐽𝐝, mate, and it's not been a good start to the day.
There's nothing worse. But we have got a game where, the lighting was absolutely fantastic then.
How's that? How's that? Right, we're swapping over.
Oh.
How's that?
You're going to turn me in a minute. Jesus Christ. Look at that. No, as I was saying, we've got a game today against a team that haven't scored a goal in 5 games. It's almost like us, but we started scoring goals. So hopefully today we can score a few goals and not let any in. That would be really, really nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Nick, Hull haven't scored a league goal since netting 4 on the opening day, not scored in 6 games. And got
6,
2.
is it?
Yeah, and got 2 points from those 6. They average 0.82 XG per game. This is the 19th worst in the championship. They also struggle to keep them out at the other end. So, I mean, they've been conceding goals. They've conceded 9 goals in 7 league games. So it all stacks up to be, if you're a neutral, because we've been starting scoring, they're conceding quite a few, stacks up to be a game that the Blades should win and there should be goals in it.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been certainly playing a lot better recently, scoring goals for fun. The problem is not really scoring the goals. It's the keeping them out the other end, because you shouldn't be going to a home game conceding 2 goals anyway, but having to score 3 goals every home game, or at least 3 goals to win a game. It's not good enough, really, is it? So, but it looks like after Slav really, really kind of stuck his flag in the ground and said, Jack Robinson is this, Jack Robinson is that. Don't have a go at Jack Robinson. He's not even in the squad today, is he?
No, but you understand that he's got to stick up for his own player, so I totally get that. And also, he didn't want to show his hand and let Hull know that obviously Ben Davies was absolutely fine. So, shall we have a look at the team?
Yeah, let's do it, mate. Here we go. So, do you want me to run through it, or do you want to run through it? I'll run through it. So we've got Olsen in the net. Obviously, had a bit of a howler in the last game, but we know he's a quality world-class goalkeeper, you've got to say, as he is Sweden's #1. Baldock, right back. Egan and Ben Davies, central back partnerships. Like that's what we want to see for the rest of the season, really. But yeah, Basham, I wouldn't have minded seeing Basham there if Ben Davies wouldn't have been fit. Norrington Davis starts at left back yet again, even though he had a bit of a shaky game against Preston. Hopefully, he can prove the doubters wrong in this one. We've then got an odd one. I don't know entirely where these players are going to play, because obviously Slav seems to like to play left-footed players on the left side and right-footed players on the right side. So we've got Fleck, Horahan, Osborne, Berger, Gibbs, White. Who knows where they're going to play, because you know what Slav's like. They could be playing left, right, or centre. And obviously, the only one that we know for absolute dead sure is that Billy Sharp is starting up front on his own. I'm a bit gutted to see that Ndai's on the bench, or Njai. I can't look at his name and say Njai because it does not look like that at all. But it's a bit gutting to see him on the bench. But at the same time, yeah, coming off twice in a row for cramp. Maybe he just needs a little bit of a rest, and bringing him on in the second half, if we're struggling for a goal, he's going to be running rings around their defenders. So that's nice to see. And then we've got, obviously, League One Wes, Bash, Brewster, McBurney, Ollie Norwood, first time on the bench for a very long time, and Jayden Bogle. Are we a bit shocked to see Jayden Bogle, Hal?
If he's feeling anything like I am, yeah. I mean, Billy Sharp as well, 300th Blades appearance. I just think that's something that we need to mention. It's exciting for him today. Blades currently sit 19th, 7 games played, 6 points. Would have expected more, and Billy will be doing his best today to change that. And Huller 21st on 5 points. And also Tyler Smith is on the bench for Hull. He came on in their last game, so he might, the former Blade, get an opportunity to show what he can do. Let's just have a quick look at the Hull team as you can see it scrolling along on the bottom of the ticker today. I did predict it, Nick, on the match preview that we did yesterday, and very close once again to getting it spot on. But as you see, it is Tyler Smith, the last name listed there on the subs bench. Their goalkeeper, Ingram, is a very good keeper, despite the fact they've conceded all those goals, 9 so far. Then you've got Coyle, Elder, Greaves, Smallwood, Wilkes of the Wilkes brothers, Lewis Potter, Keane Lewis Potter, he's their left winger, he's the star man, Moncur, Smith, Bernard on loan from Manchester United, Josh McGuinness, who started his career as a goalkeeper and reinvented himself as a striker, which is just incredible. He's been far more successful as a striker, the Northern Ireland international. It was when he went to Scotland that he rediscovered that he had that ability. I mean, a lot of football people in the game, when you're younger, if you've got a natural aptitude for sport, you probably can play in multiple positions, but it's very rare to hear someone getting as a professional start as a keeper and then becoming a striker. I don't think I've ever heard of it before.
No, definitely not. Maybe as a kid. I started out as a goalkeeper and then became a central defender, but I'm not a professional footballer, and I realised at quite a young age that I wasn't the best of goalkeepers. So.
I'm not brave. That's the issue with me. And by the way, Hull play a 4-2-3-1. Let's give a special shout out to Bobby in the background, who is back with us today, the man behind the graphics, because Bobby had I think one of the most amazing things happen where Adlen Ghedioura could have chosen any image to announce his arrival at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane on his Instagram and Twitter with his 1.7 million followers, but he chose the graphic as his first option that Bobby made. And I just think that does deserve special praise. So well done, Bobby, getting your work seen by, 1.4, 1.7, depending on which your Twitter and Instagram. It's just incredible. And Ghedioura, clearly the most followed Blade we've ever had. Well done, Bobby.
Yeah, it's got to be true, that, isn't it? Most followed Blade ever. They are crazy numbers then. But do you know what I'm doing right now, Hal? I'm currently adding Steve York to our members, and I'm going to bring him up on screen right now. Thank you very much, Steve, for becoming a member of the channel. Absolutely.
Not a freeloader. You've got your members and you've got the freeloaders. Steve is now a member.
And here are all the members on screen right now. Do you want to talk through them all, Hal?
Well, we've got Craig Rowley, we've got Peter, obviously, Blade, Paul, Anthony, the man, David Morwood, always good for a chat, Paolo, Lyndon O'Daly's been incredibly supportive and was on Tuesday. Stuart, great name. We've got Christopher, thanks to you. The Jim Phipps, Stuart Taylor, Ron, and of course, Steve. Not bringing up the rear, this is not in order. David Gill, it might be the David Gill who was my chemist in Tadcaster. Might not be, I don't know. David, get in touch, let us know. That David Gill was a very nice man. Because he was a Blade, and in Tadcaster there wasn't a lot of Blades. So when I went in with the Blade shirt to go and get some Claritin or whatever, he was like, "Oh, I'm a Sheffield United fan," and we actually went to games together after that.
You make friends with weird people.
Do you know what? I thought you were just going to do full stop. I just make friends. What I do is I make friends very quickly, and the rest is history. Let's introduce another friend to the channel now. Jeff. Jeff is a Blade. Jeff is joining us. And Jeff, we're going to ask you, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you, Al.
Whereabouts are we talking to you from?
From Sheffield. I'm actually living in Woodside. It's just like on the border of Sheffield.
Well, it's great to have you on the channel. You're a fan, and we thought we'd get you on because, Jeff, you're involved with the Walking Football League. Tell us about that, please, my friend.
Yeah, it's quite a shock, actually. I started off what's happened is I'm actually visually impaired through this eye because I've got a frosted lens, and I've been interested in see if I can find any disability in sports. So I did contact Sheffield United, see if they can help me, and they put me through to Fans FC, which is Fans Fighting Cancer, and it's trying to get people, obviously because of the lockdown, they're trying to get more people involved and try and keep fit and healthy, because it's been really difficult for this lockdown, unfortunately.
Yeah, it has.
It has, yeah. And it's just like, and we just found out that I've been there's a few Zoom classes what people are doing as well. There's a trivia night, which is Tuesday evening. We do quite a few chair exercises, and then on Wednesday morning there's a walk as well, which is really good. And then we finish up at Bramall Lane and having a drink and socialise, which is really good.
That's brilliant to hear. So, Jeff, that's obviously great for you and for all those involved. If anyone watching now did want to get involved in anything like that, what would you say they should do?
What they need to do, they need to go to the Sheffield United website. I think there's a column on there which is called Health and Wellbeing. As far as I know, you've got to have a Fans FC care package to start yourself off with. And once they've got that, then they can help that. They can involve in activities that way, and then they just come along, and they might have to have a health. I think they have to have like an health check kind of thing on the form and making sure that everything's all right. It's definitely worth doing, and it's obviously it's for anybody really.
Yeah, good. Nick insisted on that when I joined the channel. It was full rubber gloves, the works. You get to know someone very well. Thanks again for that, Nick. Probably the best day of my life. Now, Jeff, let's talk about this game today. Hull away. You're going to be following it like we are. We're not actually there today. So you've seen the team now. It's quite interesting to see that Hourihane comes in, Sander Berge comes in, and Undai drops out. What do you make of it?
I think I am a bit surprised with Undai, obviously because he plays more like an attacking role, and obviously Sander Berge mostly plays for a central defence midfielder. If people don't know what a central defence midfielder is, it's just it's just to help the centre backs really, and it's just like just helping just in front of the centre backs so that it just helps them out if they get stuck. It's going to be very interesting. I think it'll be very tight. I can't see it being loads of goals, unfortunately. I'll probably say I'll probably go for maybe 1-0 to Sheffield United.
Going to give us a scorer?
Yeah.
It seems to be Billy Sharp. So obviously because he's only the one that's actually up front. So probably go for Billy Sharp.
I've got to say I agree with that. And on his 300th appearance as well, that would be really quite nice. And I wonder if we'll see Tyler Smith as well for Hull, a former Sheffield United player who, similar, some people have said to Billy Sharp, Billy didn't get much of a look in when he started his career at United, and then obviously had to go out to Rushden and Diamonds and then Scunthorpe and really launched his career. I've no idea if Tyler Smith will be that kind of player. We might find out today. But Jeff, thank you very much for joining us. Anyone you want to give a shout out to, or any final words you want to leave us with today, mate?
All I can say is just come on Blades, and I think they need a win, and let's do it. Let's go for it and see what happens.
Cheers, Jeff. Brilliant to have you on. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. It's wonderful whenever we see your name pop up in the comments, and we hope to have you on again soon.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Al, and thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Jeff.
Yeah,
cheers,
thank
Jeff.
you. Bye-bye. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Well, Jeff's looking forward to the game. We're looking forward to the game. Nick, you can see me. If people are just joining, I was in, too much light. I will be again when the game kicks off. I'll have to move. But Jeff was lovely, and I think that's wonderful for anyone doing that walk-in football league.
Absolutely, mate. But do you know what time it is?
It's new member time. We want to get new members. If you'd like to support the channel, if you do become a member, it all just helps us with our running costs. It is something that we do just to plow it back in and keep us going. You know, you can be a member. You can choose different options. So you can be a member, which we love, and we will promote you and shout you out. Or, you know, you don't have to. We'll never force anyone to do that. But if you do want to help us, it is so greatly appreciated. And we've got a new member, Nick. Who is it?
It's Death Blow Materia something.
Well, we'll just call them Blow. Maybe not.
Maybe
also also help us get to 15k 15k subscribers on YouTube for the best Sheffield United fan created content from Nick and I. Subscribe to the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel. We've got podcasts with former and current players. We've got interviews with the owner. We've got fans forums. We've got these watch-alongs. Please subscribe. It is free. And also, I want to mention the Football Content Awards, Nick. They are on Thursday, the 14th of October. We have been nominated in not one, not two, not five, but 4 categories for the Football Content Awards. So we're really excited about that. It's in that London. Best in video, best podcast, best club content creator, and best content creator. And Nick, we're up against the big boys, aren't we?
Oh mate, there's so many going in. Well, you've got your AFTVs, your Arsenal fan TVs. You've got your Benjamin Blooms because there's more than one of him. You've got who else?
Wilder did this, didn't he? On his
United. Yeah, he did in his.
You thought of me, I bet, when he started doing your Middlesbroughs.
Yeah. Your West Bromwich Albions.
I can't stand people pluralizing things that are singular. But
your Mark
he
Goldbridges.
He's right, fine. So your Mark Goldbridges is, yes, absolutely right, Joel. So we're up against the biggies, and who knows? We'll do our very best to represent Sheffield United. If you did vote for us, bless you. Thank you.
Yeah, because they can't do anything about it now, can they? It's been and gone. If you haven't voted already, you're bad people.
Well, imagine if you're not a member and you didn't vote for us.
Like double freeloader. Is there anything else that we can add in there? Never giving us money.
If you're not a blade.
Triple threat.
So yeah, it's over to the judges now. So they'll review our work, our body of work, which is constant and consistent. And do please watch the match previews as well. We put a lot of work into those. And speaking of those, one thing we do on there is player connections. And I thought it'd be worth doing it on the watch along just to wet the whistle before kickoff. So we're going to just get you to write in the comments, Blades, and Hull fans, if you're watching, players that play for both, because there's been quite a few that have represented Hull City and Sheffield United. We're going to start with one that's currently at the club, Regan Slater. So we'll just say, Adam Blade, thank you very much. £4.49.
Not a freeloader.
Your Hals. Great work as ever, boys. Now, where's the stat man today? Adam is our official stat man. Do give him a follow at AdamBlade83 on Twitter for your Blades-related nonsense. Regan Slater, Bobby. Let's look at his face in 2 different kits and see him representing both Hull and Sheffield United. Central midfielder, 5'8", played yesterday in the development side that did so well against Everton. Will Lancashire as well, Nick. Oh, gosh, I'm excited about that boy. 21 goals in 17 games. First brought to you, by the way, Will Lancashire on this channel when we were speaking to Jason the Knowledge about blooding the youth. That's a video for another day if you want to catch that one up. Is it time to throw the kids in is the name of that video on this channel. Nick, Regan Slater, thoughts?
I feel like the only way that he's going to get a game for us if he says he's not going to sign a new contract and it ends up going on for ages, and then we give him a new contract, and then he'll start straight away, won't he, Hal? That's exactly what's going to happen if you are a youth player at this club, because that's exactly what happened to Njai. He said that he weren't going to sign a new contract, and then boom, straight in the team. So,
are you sticking with that? Are you sticking with that pronunciation?
Njai?
Yeah.
Why? What are you saying?
Do you remember I put that video clip on Twitter of how he says his own name?
Yes.
And he didn't say Njai.
Well, he did to me.
Okay.
What did he say then?
My name is 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐸𝐿𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 practice that.
No, he didn't.
You said it really quickly.
Right. Let me just say one thing, Hal, right? Just if you hear something, it doesn't mean that everybody hears the exact same
No, that's
thing.
true. It's like colours as well, isn't it? Some people see colours. It's maybe, I don't know if this is true, but apparently some people might see colours differently. Do pop in the comments, players that played for both. I've moved again. I'm in Jurassic Park. Billy Tight Shirt, very good shout. One of them that's been mentioned here by our newest and favourite member, you're all favourites, is Harry Maggs. Nick.
Harry Maggs?
Yeah,
are we talking about Harry Maguire?
We are.
Struggling to remember him, in all honesty. He didn't play too many games for us, and he's not really done a lot since.
No, he's not really done much since. So, yeah, hard to remember. Actually, if you genuinely look at those, 2 shocking sponsors that he had to wear.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't even know what either of them are. I'm
That's
assuming
what I
that
mean.
Sport Pizza is a betting company. Tut. And I don't even know who Sports... I remember that sponsor, but I don't remember what the hell they did.
Sports Games.
Sports games. Is that what it says?
Aren't sports all games?
I thought it said Sports Cams.
I don't know. We
Anyway,
both have that shirt and we don't know what it says.
Do you know what? I hated that shirt when it very first came out. And then by the end of the season, I loved it just because how well we played in it. But Harry Maguire, born in Sheffield, raised in Sheffield, made in Sheffield, plays in Manchester. Gutted.
It's the way of the modern football world.
What a player. What a player he's turned out to be. Love him. Absolutely love him.
All right. Of course, King Keith. We couldn't go further without talking about
Keith Gillespie.
Keith Edwards. And you mentioned on the preview, Nick.
What did I mention on the preview about his shocking hair?
That is right. His shocking hair. It's worth a hat trick on its own. Incredible goal scoring record. Was top scorer in 2 divisions twice. Just absolutely amazing to get that kind of record for Keith Edwards, Mr. Goals, lorry driver now, and a really nice chap by all accounts. Nick, give us one final one, and then we'll go to the comments.
Oh, which one do I pick? Oh, this one I think I'm going to pick. Dean Windass, the only one left. Great player throughout his career. Wherever he's gone, he's always puts 100% in. He looks huge when it comes to being a footballer, but yeah, he once took his shirt off and he was like under 9% body fat or something like that. Apparently, great player, was great at Hull, great in his short stint at Sheffield United, scored goals, made goals, just his all-round aura just oozed class.
Aura.
And he was perfect. He's all right, I weren't talking about.
He once took his shirt off. That makes it sound like he's a never nude, because those exist.
What do you mean?
People that are never nude. He once took his shirt off.
Oh,
the rest of the time, he's always got something on. Maybe some little denim cut-offs.
Once takes his shirt off because people aren't allowed to take the shirts off anymore.
During a game.
Yes. Yeah, I think a lot of people were really confused when I said took the shirt off. It definitely weren't just you.
It's a good player connection, a player I had the pleasure of meeting at Ipswich away, where he threw the ball to me and I headed it back to him. Great times, great memories. Then the game was ruined by the actual turnout on the pitch. Tyler Smith, of course, one we've already mentioned. George Long, another one we could throw in there. We've had it in the comments. Stephen Quinn, a player I think you and I both enjoyed watching, Nick.
Yeah, definitely. Stephen Quinn was fantastic in certain times of his career. He dropped off a little bit for maybe a year or two and then came back strong in League One. I thought he was great. But the one thing that I remember from Stephen Quinn was that free kick against David James in the Premier League. What a fantastic free kick it was. And I can't remember him scoring a free kick after that.
You're absolutely spot on. I feel exactly the same way as you. And Clayton Donaldson started his career at Hull and also represented the Blades with some distinction. A really shrewd signing, and Stuart McCall's been mentioned as well. Now, if you are just joining us, let's just quickly run back through the Blades 11 for today, because it is a bit of a surprise, certainly in some respects, and also 300th appearance for Billy Sharp. Nick, please, if you wouldn't mind just running us through once more the starting 11 away at Hull City.
Of course, we've got Robin Olsen in the goal, George Baldock at right back, Egan and Ben Davis, central pair. Reece Norrington-Davis. Then there's the tricky part. Fleck and we've gone with Fleck and Hourahan as kind of defensive midfielders. And then, in all honesty, I think Berger's going to play more on the right. I don't know. When he came on against Preston, he seemed great down that right hand side, picking the ball up and running with it. With I'm going to say pace, not really pace, but power, I'd definitely say. Morgan Gibbs-White, Ben Osborne is back after being ill, and then Billy Sharp for his 300th appearance.
You love to see it. Now, Logan's asked the question, Nick, why Iliman Ndiaye on the bench?
Well, just cramping it. Just cramps up every game. And after what you said, Hal, Iliman Ndiaye will never, ever get cramp ever again.
It wasn't just you that brought that back up again, and you're quite right too. Did you hear Blades Pod also threw me under the bus with that as well? So
Panchero did.
Yeah, I mean, I really threw myself under the bus, and then you guys just reversed that bus. Now, I have to say I agree with Nick. Spot on. Iliman Ndiaye has been left on the bench just purely, I reckon, for fatigue. It's a lot to ask of a young man who has really been training away from the club for several months, wasn't involved, had that contract dispute, wasn't playing regular 90-minute games. And then the pace of the Championship, arguably the quickest league in England and one of the most competitive, very tall order to then ask him to play 3 games back to back to back to back. So that was too many backs. But you get what I'm saying. So I understand why he's been left out, even though I thought he had a fantastic game against Preston North End. Blades are on the telly, Nick. Blades are on the telly. Do you recognise anyone?
Leo DiCaprio.
Did you see Leo there?
He's there. No, I didn't notice anyone then, to be honest.
Neither did we. We know
talking about Ndiaye again. Do you know what? I'm going to call him Ndiaye just because it's harder to say Ndiaye. It doesn't roll off the tongue, but everybody seems to be saying Ndiaye. Anyway, I'm kind of glad he's not playing today, just so that I'm not hearing you go Ndiaye every 2 seconds.
Right.
But no, I'm not really. I'm joking. To be honest, the fitness is a worry because of 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐝. If 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐝 would have never signed for the club, we'd be looking at cramp of the it's only cramp. But you know what has happened to 𝐍𝐸𝐵𝐝 in his career?
Back of the mind.
Yeah, but at the same time, I would much rather someone struggle for fitness than not be a good enough player. And he certainly has proved that he is more than a good enough player.
Stuart Davis, $4.99. Is today the day that Bobby in the background becomes Bobby in the foreground? #free Bobby. Well, that's a question for Bobby, isn't it?
Well, we've already showed Bobby off, haven't we?
Not Stuart. Obviously, wasn't watching that one. Do you want to be on screen, Bobby?
Oh,
he's saying really no. Helpful.
He's saying an absolute no. He's saying I don't want to speak to Stuart. That's what he said.
Bobby, thumbs up if you want to be on. Well, what is that? The shrug doesn't
see that. Bobby went.
The shrug doesn't do anything. The crab claw shrug doesn't help anyone, Bobby. We'll move on in a second. This is your last chance. Thumbs up if you want to be on.
Oh, it did.
Hey, and here he is, Bobby. Tell us
hello.
What game we're going to together, my friend.
We are going to Derby next week at home. Very excited.
So that's going to be your first ever visit to Bramall Lane?
That is, yeah, it will be my first ever visit to Bramall Lane, indeed.
Exciting times. It's a lot better than any of them southern grounds, anyway.
I was gonna say it's my first time meeting you, Nick, as well in person.
It is. I'm much bigger than Hal in person. Remember,
Bobby's pretty tall, so this is going to be great for me.
Exactly.
I thought Bobby would be really tall.
He is.
I can have a big sandwich.
Yeah.
Bobby, before you go back to the background, because we're playing Derby County, just quickly, your thoughts on the situation with Derby after yesterday's announcement?
I mean, I feel bad. I feel bad, really. I mean, you never like to see a club go through what they're going through, but I mean, I guess that's a plus for Sheffield United on Saturday. I mean,
could be.
Who knows? We'll see.
The players on the pitch certainly aren't acting like that, are they?
Exactly. I mean, they're decent players. I mean, even Jags. I mean, Jags is playing for them. I mean, and everyone knows who's watching the stream how good he is. So, you know.
Yeah, but it could galvanise them, you know, in adversity, the players. And they could really want to think, right, everyone's writing us off. Everyone's saying we're down. Let's go and prove them wrong. It could work like that. And actually, I'd rather none of this had happened.
Wait, Brewster's starting.
Oh, we've had a change, Bobby. We've had an emergency change. What have you done? Bobby has to rush back to the graphic. Actually, Bobby, Bobby, can you bring the graphic back on screen, actually? Let's just see what's happened.
Sure.
Thank you, Stuart. So we now have Bobby in the foreground. So does that mean that on his 300 appearance, Billy Sharp or maybe Osborne, because we know that Brewster has played left midfield before, but this must have been a warm-up situation. Nick, what are your thoughts?
I'm not sure, to be honest. We'll have to wait and see. They've just got the whole team on the screen at the moment. And, here we go. They've not changed it. It's just like, isn't it? They can't do it in super quick time. I thought Sky Sports would be able to quickly bring up a graphic and change a photo. And
well, let's just talk briefly then about Norrington Davis and that blue steel that he's working on.
It's a little bit odd. And the fact that his shoulders, like one's touching the 33 and one's touching his chin.
Well, here's one for older blades. He's doing a Mark Beard.
There you go, Mark Beard. I don't know you're about, he's doing a Mark Beard.
He did a Mark Beard. Right, 12:30 supposedly kickoff. We're at 12:32, so I have absolutely no idea what is going on. Sander Berge out. So that is a shame. I really wanted to see him play in that number 10
advanced role.
Carlos Saba, your friend of mine, has been crying out for Sander to play there. By the way, do you prefer me just calling him Sander so we don't have to get the nonsense with the surname?
Yes, please. Right. Yes, please. That's the best thing you've ever said. I really enjoyed that.
So we're going to go with just Sander. He's been crying out, Carlos Saba, to see Sander playing there. Thank you very much, B. Williams, 2006. If that's the year you were born, Bobby, he's 2 years younger than you. Luke, who's on holiday in Scotland. Who goes on holiday during the football season? The man who does the fan cams. So no fan cams today. That's the answer to that. Bobby in the foreground, and absolutely brilliant to see him. Joel, suspecting
Bobby,
that,
an old man with bald head.
I mean, who knows what the future will hold? That's certainly the way Nick and I are going. Right, we are going to have a slightly delayed kickoff. I would imagine, Nick, that's due to Sander.
Yeah, absolutely. And
kickoff
time. There we go. I got in there. It's a lovely looking pitch. I don't know why.
It's a beautiful pitch,
but it just looks really kind of flat. And I know all pitches are flat these days, but it just looks nice to play on.
No, couldn't agree more. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to try and get myself in as much light as possible. I'm just in the dark, aren't I, no matter what happens. It's an issue with blinds. It's a long story. Right, we are on 30 seconds. If you want to do a time check and get level with us, you can pause us. You can pause your TV, depending on which one is ahead. But we are on 0-0. Oh, dear. 0-0-40. So Super Ben Osborne, the industrious, just kicks the ball straight out.
And looking at Slav's face when he did that, you wouldn't want to annoy old Slav, would you?
No, you wouldn't. But we have to take into account that Ben Osborne, who doesn't like emails starting with "Are you well?" has been unwell, and really in the past week, that's the only time those emails would have been warranted.
Do you know what? I always say that in every email that I put as well. I'd
sent one that day saying exactly that. Right, here's a chance for the first meaningful attack for the Blades on that left-hand side. Ball crossed in, and trying to win that header in the air was Ben Osborne. But he's one thing, he's not tall, and that looks like a foul by Morgan Gibbs-White. The referee's certainly going to give it a bit of a just shoulder to shoulder, really. But we're at 1 minute 30. If you want to get level with us, as I say, you can pause us. And there is 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐸, who is not on the bench today, but on the bench today.
No, not on the bench, but on the bench. Sat in between two players who are also on the bench and on the bench.
Confusing, I've got to say. I've just bought a load of nonsense from the shop, and I wish I'd bought that top that 𝐍𝐸𝐿𝐵𝐻𝐻𝐸's in.
It's actually nice, isn't it? But
it's lovely.
There's no chance that I'm touching anything that's not a Sheffield United shirt because it is so overpriced.
I'm wearing the new trousers that I bought today, and I bought that white jumper as well that Billy was modelling.
I bought my new trousers. It sounded like a child then. I bought
trousers. My new trousers. I got some pajamas, but I also bought my nephews some new clobber as well.
Can we see your trousers without it being weird?
You see them?
Yeah, I can see the badge and the black.
Badge and
there
the white.
You go. Yeah. I think I've got some similar ones on that are just Adidas that cost a hell of a lot less.
All right, here's Hull on the right-hand side, looking for the first corner of the game, as that one's pushed out by Ben Davies, in for Jack Robinson, who was defended by 𝐍𝐨𝐫𝐝𝐚𝐷𝐿𝐝 young his midweek presser, but then dropped when it actually came to the crunch. Not even in the squads today. Nick, were you surprised to see no Jack Robinson involved at all?
Yes, I was. I didn't want him in the squad. Well, I didn't want him in the team, but I expected him to start again because we didn't think that, oh, another one. Sorry, another one. I was just watching on Soccer AM and I forgot completely about Peterborough's corner that went straight to Ben Osborne. And Hull's now done the exact same thing. Maybe it's a Ben Osborne thing. Do you remember that at Peterborough?
Yeah.
Played a corner straight to Ben Osborne, the worst corner ever. And it's just happened again within 2 weeks. Crazy.
Absolutely. Now, I'm being asked the question, of course, and Nick will as well, about what's actually happened to Sander Berge. We can only assume injury. And Hull have a shot firing over the top. We don't actually know. And that's one of the only downsides about doing a watch along, when you have to have the sound muted. Although maybe Sky don't know. If anyone knows, please pop it in the comments. I guess that Sander picked up an injury in warm-up. But if anyone knows more, please do let us know. And Brewster's in.
I think just the fact that nobody's saying it in the comments, and a few of these will be listening to that as well as us. So I've got a feeling that nobody actually knows. But yeah, if you do know, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be nice to know that. Now, let's get back to this game. We're at 4:14, and we've run through the teams already in pre-game, but we will just, at the bottom of the screen, Bob, if you just pop that Hull team back on, just for those guys. I didn't really go through the Hull team very often, so we'll just have a quick look at that Hull City team. There we go. Yeah. So that's going to be scrolling along the bottom as Sheffield United do pass that ball around. John Egan to Ben Davies. I think those two will work on a meaningful defensive partnership throughout this season. As long as both are fit, that's obviously the way they want to go. Nick, what are your thoughts on left-footed players having to play left side of a two in a back four?
I think obviously that's what you want. That's always what you want. I hated playing on the left-hand side of a centre-back partnership on the left when I was right-footed. But at the same time, you just do it because that's what footballers do. Like, we've never struggled in the past with having two right-footed players at centre-back. But like you said, if Ben Davies is fit, Ben Davies starts for me every day of the week. Even, I like Basham. I think Basham's a really good centre-back. I don't buy into this myth that he can't play in a two. But yeah, Ben Davies for me, I think he's got the experience, hasn't he? He's played in the Championship for a very long time, and I'm a big fan of Ben Davies. But just looking at the start here, it really just looked to me like we're not going to get bullied. We're going to be they're going to let us have the ball, and that's exactly why we want to play. So I think we've got a really, really big chance of winning this game.
Early on in this game, we're at 5:49. Free kick to the Blades in their own half, which is taken out wide to Reece Norrington-Davis, who's got that link up with Ben Osborne on this left-hand side, back into Morgan Gibbs-White, who's being muscled, hustled and harried, and then taken for a ride, quite literally.
And then the Hull player was asking for a foul or something. He was like, what?
How?
What?
I mean, Morgan Gibbs-White has the ball. There's no way Morgan Gibbs-White...
How did that happen?
Could be fouling his man. Very deep. Rhian Brewster plays one of the most telegraphed passes you'll see in professional football, and then does really well for his own error to win it back.
He fell over his own feet.
Ben fell over, but he's got it to Ben Osborne, and here's Morgan Gibbs-White, the law firm, plays it out on the left. It's going to be a deep cross. It's probably a little bit overcooked because there is only one striker, and that's always the downside, actually, with playing just one up top. It is over everyone. And Hull can actually break and get it away. What did you think in the warm-up? We mentioned that Josh McGuinness, formerly a goalkeeper. Nick, was that something you were interested in?
Nah.
I wonder if it'll play any part today, because, of course, that's been the area that Hull have struggled with, is scoring goals, and if he'll actually play the full game, or if Tyler Smith will get a look in at some point in this game, which I'd be interested to see. Hopefully, that's when the Blades are already 3-0 up.
Yeah, hopefully. And you said on the preview, which I did not agree with one little bit, that you wanted us to concede a goal and you wanted Tyler Smith to score it. Now,
let's words very much in my mouth. I said, if we have to concede a goal.
I don't think you did. You said, hopefully we'll win 3-1 and Tyler Smith will score.
That sounds more like what I said, yeah. It didn't say I wanted us to concede one, but if we're going to concede one, I want it to be
I don't think that's how you said it either.
That's what I meant.
Anyway, we're fine. Brewster's on the ball, just giving it to Morgan Gibbs-White.
How deep is your love, and how deep is Rhian Brewster? He is a striker. He is a fox in the box. If you listen to what our expert Liverpool summariser Chris Williams said when he joined us on this channel, and there he is playing a deep ball, but it's a good ball. Here's a chance for Sheffield United to break into the box. The double ricochet means it's unfortunately going to roll out off Hourihane for a goal kick on 8:04. But yeah, Nick, your thoughts on Rhian Brewster, who is clearly a Francis Jeffers, a Gary Lineker, a poacher.
A Freddie Jeffers. You had to bring up an ex-Wednesday player, didn't you?
Whenever I think Fox in the box, I don't know why, but I think of Francis Jeffers.
Yeah, Michael Owen, end of his career.
But Owen had that blistering pace where he could be deeper and get away on the break off the shoulder of someone, whereas I think of Francis Jeffers in the 6-yard box, just tapping things in. That's how he made his, I was going to say name, but who remembers him?
Did you hear what I said when I said Michael Owen at the end of his career?
The end of his career, yes.
Start of his career, he certainly wasn't a fox in the box. He was one of the best strikers I've seen around. The ball's been played into the box from Hull.
Oh no, it's a bad headed clearance.
Poor header from Egan, that.
Very poor. And you know what? Hull are keeping this attack going in a beautiful, sun-drenched, whatever the name of their stadium is today.
It's changed. It's changed since yesterday.
It has. I called it the KCOM, and then I saw the official club call it whatever you called it.
MKM, I think it is.
The MSG, exactly.
Yeah.
And here we are. And his elder, who is the oldest player on the pitch, he will take this one. No idea how old he is.
He sounds like he is.
He is. He's the elder statesman. It's 29-26, crossed in. Oh, it's a good corner as well. It's headed away for
weird header.
Another corner. It was a Hourihane header that didn't need to necessarily be headed out for another corner, but he has. And Elder will play it short on this occasion. Not sure why, because that man's being marked, but can he get across away despite two men being on him? Oh, he plays it to Elder. He's going to get a second bite of the cherry. That's a brilliant cross. And if there's any power on that header, I tell you, we'd have been in trouble there. But Robin Olsen will cool, calm, collect. Interesting throw out, straight to trouble.
What's going on?
The Blades in a bit of bother. Hourihane not starting well in this game. And here's a chance with their most dangerous player. Oh, and that's going to be
very
broken up.
Davis.
Absolutely. But then a poor pass. There's been a little bit of misplaced passing. And if there's one player who I don't expect to do that, it's Morgan Gibbs-White, and he doesn't. He finds the simple pass and gets it back from Ben Osborne. These two linking up beautifully already, as they did against Peterborough. It just takes so many nice touches and lays it back to another left footer in flex. Something that, Nick, you pointed out against Peterborough was how many left footers we had on the pitch.
Yeah, remembering back now, I think it ended up being 7 at the end of the game. It won't be any more, because League One Wes will not be playing for the rest of the season, I wouldn't have thought, unless Olsen picks up an injury or a suspension. So, that's some poor football going on in this game, isn't there?
Is this the Championship?
It doesn't feel like it.
Real throwback
to Sunday League.
It's a throwback to certainly League One days, but yeah.
It's like Meadowhall League here. Oh, well done. Hourihane nicks the ball back to Fleck. Come on now, we're not really pressing quickly. We need to it needs to be quicker. There we go. Ben Osborne picks it up on the wing, back to Fleck. I want to see us move the ball quicker. And I feel like the only time it's moved quicker is when Morgan Gibbs-White has got it.
Couldn't agree more. I've spilt 𝐼𝐚𝐽𝐸 on your trousers. It's back
not on the
to
crotch.
Not in the crotchal region, no. But here's John Egan. What do you make of this start?
Ball. Through ball to Rhian Brewster. Oh, that's good defending that. No. Has it come back off him?
Surely that was a corner. As the ball was played in from John Egan to Morgan Gibbs-White, he took one touch and turned. That's what he can do. Fed in Rhian Brewster, and I think actually it might have come off Rhian again. Good challenge.
Oh, yeah, I'm assuming it had to. But do you know what I noticed? Just before he started running, like Morgan Gibbs-White was looking for the ball and Brewster wasn't moving. And then when he was like, I'm playing this ball, then he kind of ran. Billy Sharp would have ran straight away. He would have anticipated where that ball was going to be fed to him. And even if you don't receive the ball, you run in that direction. He's going to take a defender with him, and then it opens it up. So Brewster needs to be quicker. And oh God, I thought we were through then. Billy Sharp looked like he was just going to play Morgan Gibbs-White through, but it's a free kick to Hull.
Deshaun Bernard joined on a season-long loan from Manchester United. By the way, the referee, as Statsman Adam is bringing up, is Dean Whitestone from Northamptonshire for today. Believe it's the first time he's refereed Sheffield United. When I first saw his name, I thought it said Dane Whitehouse, and if that was the case, we'd probably be getting a few more decisions in our favour.
Yeah, we might have 12 men on the pitch physically.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you have just joined us, Sander Berger went down injured in the warm-up. He's been replaced, perhaps surprisingly, when you look at who the options are on the bench, by Rhian Brewster.
Yeah, weird. Who would you have gone with? Obviously, Illyman, he is the obvious choice, but they've obviously left him out for a reason, haven't they?
I would have instantly gone with Ndai because he's got that link up with Morgan Gibbs-White. And as you said, Nick, it's like they've been playing together all their lives. They've almost got that telepathic understanding, that sort of Sheringham, Cole, that Cole, York,
Cole and York, Sheringham, Solskjaer.
Yeah, I think actually Sheringham hated Cole, but they had a good understanding on the pitch. I think off the pitch they weren't too friendly. That Cabba-Webber kind of understanding.
Cabba-Webber. I heard Danny Webber speaking in a podcast. Great ball into Morgan Gibbs-White. What's he going to do with it?
He's going to do something because he's that kind of player. And he goes too far with the cross. Absolutely disappointing. Overcooked again. That is 2. We're on 14. Bang on. If you're level with us, you're great. You're good. You're all happy. If you're not, you can pause us. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on the YouTube, and we're available on Twitch. One thing that Nick and I noticed when we looked at the algorithm for YouTube, we're not appealing to those teens. So we're going to be talking about the TikToks and the memes a bit later. But here's a chance for Hull to break into the box. But it's a really good challenge, saying "You shall not pass" from John Egan, and that's the key man there, Nick. Keane Lewis Potter.
Yeah, I know nothing about him, Hal. So back to you.
He's got 3 surnames for a name, and a great challenge from Rhian Brewster, the Fox in the box. And is that a penalty, referee? No. I think we might need to see that again. For me, it's not a penalty. Interesting pass from John Fleck
at the end.
I think in the way we get away with that. Let's see it again. I'm sure there'll be a replay because it's Sky. We've got Reece Norrington-Davies, who needs to have a good game today, playing that ball. Again, another cross to absolutely no one. To be honest, Nick, that one, was it a penalty? Initially, I thought maybe.
Yeah, at first I thought, he's easily going to win this. But then I can't tell. Does he get the ball?
Maybe I think they both get that ball.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. That's why I said maybe. But I definitely think Fleck, on that second angle, I think Fleck touched the ball with his toe. But
it's not a penalty then, because we've now seen it 3 times and we're not sure. And you've got to be sure.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing is, obviously, in the Premier League, you've got way more angles. And but if you were a referee and you were going to the screen to look at that, you can't tell, can you?
So you wouldn't give it. Now, Daniel makes a really interesting point, Nick. I want your thoughts on this. Brewster needs to stay in position. Has he been positionally unaware so far? Because he has been literally popping up in both boxes.
Yeah, the thing is, with Brewster playing kind of in, you would say he's playing in midfield, and he's definitely playing a lot deeper than what he's used to. And I think that's it, really. He's a striker that's used to playing when he's played kind of more than 2 games in a row for the Liverpool youth team and playing for England as that main striker. So you can't sit him in the midfield and say, right, you do this job, because he's going to revert to whatever, like either going forward or moving around, because he doesn't really know what role he's playing.
Couldn't agree more. And here is gorgeous George Bulldog popping up on that right, where you would expect to find him. And Morgan Gibbs-White, he's been absolutely everywhere, but you expect that from him. He certainly is positionally aware. George Bulldog plays it again to Morgan Gibbs-White on this right-hand side. It's a great cross. It must be 1-0. Get in! On his 300th appearance, it's Billy Sharp. 16 minutes gone. And it's 1-0 to the away side. Break it down for me after we do this. I wish you could see what we could see when that's on. There's Bobby, there's me, there's Nick. We're all dancing. I mean, really dancing. Nick, break that goal down for me. Talk me through it.
Just a great ball into Morgan Gibbs-White, and that there's no better cross than that. He finds Billy Sharp absolutely perfectly on his head. It's not too high, it's not too low. It's absolutely perfectly on his head. And Billy Sharp, is he going to miss that? Not in a million years.
Not on your Nelly, son. That is a wonderful way to open this game up. And what a goal. 114 goals in 300 appearances for the Red and White Wizards. They say that the best things come in threes, third time's the charm. And this, of course, Billy's third spell at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. And he's got that goal, which so many of us, Jeff included, who joined us, fantastic Jeff at the start, he predicted that Billy would score today. And, he's been proven correct. Love seeing Billy Sharp score. It's just a case now of getting the statue built.
Yeah, absolutely. There's got to be a statue built for him, haven't there?
Who else deserves a statue? Because I think there's a few candidates. I mean, Len Badger for me.
Well, yeah, you'll remember him, won't you, back in your day? I don't know how you can say someone that you've never seen play deserves a statue.
I've been. It's such a good point. I don't think I've got any comeback.
So what was Len Badger good at, Hal?
Well, he was a right back. Look, I've been watching clips of old Blades games because I'm doing this Flashback Friday thing for Twitter.
Yeah.
Do follow us on social media. Oh, that's a terrible pass. Alan Woodward as well, also deserving. If we're going to make statues actually for all these players, we're going to have no room for cars in the car park. Here's a chance for Hull to try and get instantly back into it. Some really good skill and a chance to work it into the box. Wilkes, of course, one of the second danger men that I highlighted, and finds that ball out onto the edge of the area. It's going to be a shot away, but it's blocked. Can the Blades get it clear? No, they can't. And here's Wilkes again. He is someone that we've really got to keep an eye on. And trying a little bit too much skill there. Malik Wilkes, his brother playing for QPR, his other brother playing for Newcastle.
Oh, right, okay. And his uncle played for England at rugby, didn't he? Won at the World Cup. What a player. Johnny Wilkes.
I nearly went to the same school as Johnny Wilkinson. This is almost the worst anecdote that I've already started. But
is that the girls' school that you went to when you played?
Was a different. That's Willock, not Wilkes. Good point, Bobby. Good point. I've got them wrong. Ignore all of that.
Well done, Bobby.
That's
At least
why,
I
Bobby.
knew mine were wrong.
You know what? We should have Nick and Bobby in the foreground, and that should be it, because I got completely wrong. Yeah, you're right, Bobby. Thank you very much. But I did get the Willock family correct in terms of where they're playing. Now, it's 1-0 to the Blades if you are just joining us. Sanderberger got injured in the warm-up. Rian Brewster, who's now playing everywhere, has replaced him. Oh, that was a really lovely idea. Howrahan taking a touch like a rhino and not falling to him. Perhaps he didn't expect it to come at him, even though it was a great pass from Billy Sharp to try and feed him in. If he'd taken that touch and just pushed it in front of him, he was clear through on goal. Ingram's goal. They've conceded 10 goals in 8 games, Hull, and they haven't scored since the opening day. If they don't score today, it'll be a record for Hull, going 7 games without a goal.
Adam, I liked that comment from Adam there.
That's very good. Jack Robinson needs a statue. In fact, he is a statue. If you've not seen this channel before, I'll just briefly tell you that I had an opportunity to speak with Jack Robinson at Luton away.
You're going to say Adam then.
I've seen Jack Robinson more recently than Adam, and that says it all. We want to meet up with Adam again. But yeah, I asked Jack if he would do a little something for the channel. In hindsight, I'm actually really glad he didn't, because you imagine if we started every video with, "Hi, I'm Jack Robinson, you're watching the Sheffield United way," we wouldn't actually want that now.
But instead we've got, "Hi, I'm Rian Brewster. Welcome to Sheffield United way."
Well, Sheffield United way.
Yeah, he actually said Sheffield.
Yeah.
He just, I do that all the time, that little voice for Brewster, because
your Brewster voice is great.
He says it in such like a timid way. It's like he's scared of getting it wrong. "Hi, I'm Rian Brewster." It reminds me of like
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, a little bit. And Luke, after he spoke to Rian Brewster, he said he was singing his praises completely of how Brewster was such a lovely bloke, how he was with his mum, how respectful he was, how well he was talking to her. And it couldn't be giving kind of him enough credit for how he was. So it's made me respect Brewster a lot more and like him a lot more, to be honest.
Well said, Nick. Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking statues today. Who deserves a statue at the Lane? You might think, what a pointless thing to talk about. Well, actually, now you know. Nick and I do have a fair few ins. Everything you say to us isn't wasted. We do feed it back. Here's McGuinness, and that's going to be played out by John Egan, who seems to have at the moment a comfortable handle on McGuinness. Big unit, though, McGuinness, as you'd expect from a goalkeeper.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Going back to talking about the statue, though, Hal, if I'm telling anyone at Sheffield United who deserves a statue, it's me. I'm having a statue of me in that car park, mate. I'm there. Don't worry about that.
For services to YouTube?
No, just because if anyone deserves one in life, it's me. Having to sit through all these seasons, season after season of rubbish football.
All right, ball thrown in from a decent throw. Oh, you know what? Sheffield United are so susceptible to those long throws, and we looked it a little bit again. I think Hull have identified a weakness. Nick sounded more like 𝐷𝐿𝐿𝐝. Yes, David.
A little bit. Hal, time check?
Yeah, good point. I haven't done that for a while. It is 23-20. It's Hull 0, Sheffield United 1, 23-23 now. Bang on. If you want to get level with us, you can pause us on Facebook, Twitch, and the YouTube. And it's a throw into Hull. We've just sat back a little bit after scoring that goal. Sheffield United getting deeper and deeper. That ball went out into Hull's half, but they took it in Sheffield United's half. And I always get a little bit annoyed at that. Those marginal gains. I know it shouldn't be annoying, but it is. It's just wrong.
Yeah, it is. It'll always be. We'll never get rid of it. That's the problem. All these little gamesmanship sort of things that they do, trying to get a few more yards on throw-ins, free kicks. The one that gets my go is the corners when they put it just outside that white line. It's like, what is the point?
When we do it, I have no problem with it.
I still do, though.
Really?
Kicking the ball away at one point, that was a rule that you got booked for. Nowadays, it doesn't seem like it is most of the time.
Yeah, and
when
keepers are never
going walking off the pitch.
Keepers never going to get sent off for time wasting either.
No, never. And goalkeepers, it used to be 6 seconds in the hands.
Yes,
I think that must have gone out because that doesn't happen anymore.
Great play from Wilkes. He finds Josh McGuinness on this right-hand side. Can he cross the ball? He does. He chooses the right option, but it's brilliant recovery work. He saw that and read it so well. He watched where that pass was going all the way. George Baldock. We're on 24-42.
He was lucky there, mate. Baldock was lucky there. If that was a better ball, because Baldock did not see him until the last minute, and then he was on it. He was so lucky that the ball wasn't better because it would have been a tap-in.
You're not wrong, and that was a really clever play from McGuinness, who knew he couldn't shoot from that angle because he's a goalkeeper. So instead, he crossed it, and that was the right thing to do. And Nick's spot on as usual, just seeing that George just managed to get a foot in. But had he been the wrong side, had he been a second behind that, that would have been one apiece. And actually, Hull have really come into this game since Billy Sharp put United a goal up. Is that a foul by Baldock? Dane Whitehouse gives it.
I'm not. Do you know what, mate? I'm not that worried though. I don't feel as worried as if we were playing someone like Preston or.
It's tight for me. It's a tight game.
Good football. That really good football from Johnny Wilkes. It was just a poor ball behind him, wasn't it? If that was a better ball in front of him, he scored.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, Gaz spot on as well. Need to press. We're letting them into this game. The Blades are sitting back now. We're sitting on this 1-0 lead, which United are famous for. It gets my goat. We know what gets Ben Osborne's goat. We have invited him onto the channel for a new feature called Osborne on One, where he goes through a list of things that bore him. I'm telling you, if we don't make it, Channel 5 will.
That was one of the funniest tweets I ever saw you do.
I just wish I'd finished it with kind regards. That will haunt me forever that I didn't end it with that.
Do you think you got a few more likes if you put kind regards?
100%. If it got more likes, he'd have considered doing it.
Yeah, probably.
So if you're not already, do follow us on social media at Sheffield United Way and like that tweet, the response to Ben Osborne, because I think if that gets more likes than his original, he'll have to take notice.
Are you trying to ratio one of our footballers?
By the way, the game is on Sky Sports Football and it's live.
We've
on
done all right, to be fair.
44.
We haven't really created anything in a good 5-10 minutes.
Are we about to? Here's a chance on this left-hand side. Oh, Reece Norrington Davis looks like he's forgotten how to walk. Really.
it's just all arms and legs. Oh my God, they're having a scrap. Did you see him having a scrap?
Yeah, I completely lost the ability to speak there. So disappointed was I in Reece Norrington Davis there. Here's a chance for Keane Lewis Potter, a player I would love Sheffield United to consider. And then really good defensive work from Ben Osborne. He kicked that as high as he can throw a kettle.
Yeah. He was wheelbarrowing them, weren't he, as well? Reece Davis, as they were walking away, as the camera was panning away, he was like on top of him.
It was all happening. It was something I would have paid to see more of, because I think we knew that whole attack was going to pitch out into nothing. But Reece Davis actually has had a couple of interesting games, and you first highlighted some of his weaker areas when we were at Luton away. And I was hoping that was just going to be a kind of one-off, but I've since you said them, I have noticed those creeping into his game.
Yeah, I think that's his bit of a problem. The thing is, Ender Stevens, when he very first came into the side as our number one left back, I always said he's brilliant in the middle, but his attacking needed to get better and his defender needs to get better. Like his passing and moving was great, but I feel like that's a bit like Norrington Davis. His crosses aren't great sometimes, but he bombs forward. He plays nice 1-2s and stuff. He's getting caught. I don't think he's a bad defender, but he gets caught with these long balls over the top like that. But look, Bulldog on it, knows exactly where he is.
That's Bulldog. Positional sense, isn't it? That's one thing Bulldog's very good at.
Yes.
Maybe that'll come.
Yeah, it will come. He's still only young, even though he looks about 40 in the face.
I don't think we're in a position to say that.
Yeah, but we are nearly 40.
Well, I am. You're not.
No, I'm not. All right, no need for that.
Here's Ben Osborne. Takes that change ball back in, and not sure that pass was the intended. He was aiming for John Egan, who gets it eventually from George Baldock, and 𝐿𝐚𝐲𝐸, who is everywhere. He's clearly been given a free role, Nick.
Yeah, he's all over the place. On the right, on the left, in the middle. A lovely ball into Ben Osborne. Is he onside?
I think he was. He's got two men near him. Can't get. Oh, that was the first time cross option if ever I saw one. But Reece Davis took a touch, and that will give Hull possession back. But then it's won by Ben Davis, whose touch is too heavy, and then Hull can't pass between them. So that's really sloppy football. We've seen examples of that from the get-go in this game. And there is on the screen we're seeing Sander, who we believe took a knock in the warm-up. He'll be absolutely gutted. The kind of form he showed when he came on for 30 minutes against Preston North End. Enough on the podcast, The Red Half of Sheffield, for Chad to give him man of the match against Preston, which I think was nonsense.
Don't you dare say that about my best mates.
Yes, Red Half of Sheffield supporting In Good Nick on Twitter with a whole episode dedicated.
In Good Nick 17. At In Good Nick 17.
At Hal the Blade, much easier to remember. Ball played over the top. Ingram's going to take that all day. We are on 30:15. You can pause us. You can pause however you're watching this online. We are on Twitch now. If you're watching on Twitch, give us a comment. And also, one thing I forgot to do, so we'll do it just after half time. Nick, remind me. We want to know where everyone's watching from.
Or you could just ask them now.
Where are you watching from? Do tell us.
Yeah. Do you know what? One of these days, I want somebody to be watching whilst they're in the ground. That's what I want.
I actually almost suggested that today because the first comment we got about joining us for the watch-along was, "I'll be in Hull." And I did want to say, well, watch watch-along anyway.
Why do people have to say stuff like that?
I hate people.
If you
people are thick and awful.
They really are.
They really are. They're thick and awful. That is people.
Look at what David said. Sky Sports have got no idea what's happened to Sander. There you go.
So we're not the only ones in the dark. I'm quite literally in the dark. Here's a chance playing.
Come on, Fleck. Hey.
John Fleck is bursting forward like he did in the previous match. Is he going to go all the way? No, he's going to lay it off to 𝐿𝐚𝐲𝐸, who gets a shot in, and Ingram will save. I'm not sure that John Fleck, had he been more confident, wouldn't have taken that on.
What, for a shot, or you mean take the player on again?
Take the player on again. Go again.
I think he had two men on him, didn't he?
Yeah, he did actually.
And he was on his right foot. He'd have probably ended up trying to shoot and toe peg it wide.
He was always looking for that pass, actually. When you see it again, he was always looking for that pass. But a good effort.
Yeah. Oh, God. Has the goalkeeper put his fingers in the electric socket or something? You see his hair?
Gaz, I have heard of and been to Bulford. In fact, I went to the Tank Museum. Right, we're approaching 32. Bang on the clock, and that's a free kick. A foul there by Billy Sharp.
My briefcase to the Tank Museum.
I was listening back to that clip, actually, of when I talked about having a briefcase at school.
It was really funny.
He's all over him there, isn't he? Billy Sharp pulling the shirt for no reason of
We're
Wilkes.
attacking. We're not defending. There's no need to be pulling people's shirts.
Yeah, strange. Billy's made a few odd decisions in the past couple of games, giving away free kicks, and that's just another one.
Oh, do you know what? A lot of people disagree with me, and I know this already. But because he gave that free kick away, like everyone said, oh, it was such a stupid thing to do. And it's like, he was just trying to slow the play down. And if you're taking a free kick from your own half, you're not expected to score.
Yeah, as I said,
round Jack Robinson.
Absolutely. So yeah, if we concede from a free kick at halfway, you don't deserve to win.
No, it was just slowing the play down. He was just eating up the seconds.
I have more of a concern with 𝐼𝐻𝐼rahman taking it into the corner and not actually being able to hold it in the corner for less than half a second. If you're going to take it to the corner flag, hold it.
Especially that it was in their 18-yard box as well at the time, I'm sure.
Well, it was. He could have gone for goal, which would have been better. Here's a chance to break, but it's a bit overplayed by Fleck into Osborne, left-footer to left-footer, so Hull will get a shot away. And not convincing goalkeeping at all from Robin Olsen. But look at that away end, 4,000 blades. And is he hurt? You said earlier we won't see League One Wes again.
Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have said that. It's like
should not have said that. It's Crampgate all over. How did he get hurt doing that? That's literally just basic goalkeeping.
He might already be hurt. You don't know because it didn't look like anything bad there. Maybe he's already hurt and he's just landed on it again. Don't know what goes on here in training.
Well, no, absolutely. We don't know what goes on in warm-up either. If you are just joining us, Sander injured in the warm-up and Rhian Brewster comes in. Now here's George Baldock on this right-hand side. He's only got Billy Sharp in the box because we're playing one up front with 6 strikers on the books. So he has to go back to Morgan Gibbs-White. He'll find the left foot of John Fleck. Here's 𝐼𝐻𝐼rahman getting that start today in place of Oliver Norwood, who checks that ball out wide to Ben Osborne, the industrious Ben Osborne. Don't ask him how he is.
Whatever you do.
Whatever you do, he will hit you with a kettle. And he concedes. No, he doesn't concede a throw. It's still in. That's
How is that still in?
I have no idea. That's gone all the way down the line. Hull's passing just there, atrocious.
I know I'm going to live to regret this, but Hull have been shocking.
Don't say it, because we've not been great either. We should be taking a team that's playing like this. We should be taking them apart, and we've actually allowed them back in on numerous occasions.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we sat back. That's the only reason why Hull have got into this game.
Well, I would say, Nick, we've already played 3 teams that are going down.
I know, it's sad that, isn't it? And we've not beaten them all.
It's shocking. We've only beaten one of them, absolutely. And at the moment, we might be about to beat 2 of them. But I do think Hull City are going to get relegated this season. And I said that before seeing today.
Yeah, it's just looking at the stats in it, really.
Yeah. Oh, here's a chance on the edge of the area. Rhian, he's going to get a shot away, and it's fired at Ingram.
Every time Rhian Brewster hits a shot, it goes straight at the goalkeeper.
It does.
Every single time.
What was it that he was doing with Liverpool in their youth teams? Was it just a case that the youth goalkeepers would always assume, well, he's not going to do it again, so I'll stand to the left, I'll stand to the right. And they were just going straight down the middle every time. They go, oh, he got me again.
Oh, poor that.
I'm not convinced with Rhian Brewster as a footballer. I am convinced him as a person. Great guy. But I think, in hindsight, if we had got Rhian Brewster on loan, we would not have made that a permanent signing.
That's a great ball to Billy. Oh,
I could have taken that. Could have taken that first time. He's going to have to take it second time with Deschamps very close to him, the loanee from Manchester United. And here's Ben Osborne.
Deschamps sounds like an American sportsman.
Deschamps Bernard makes him sound like a wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. There's absolutely no question that Deschamps Bernard.
I was just thinking that actually.
He's in the
Bengals.
He's in the wrong. He's in the wrong sport. I want to take you to an NFL game. We'll do one of the UK games and get you into the sport. 4 attempts to 4.
I would be up for it. I would be up for it.
All right, if you're up for that. I started
watching that documentary. The first Sky documentary. I forgot what they call it now. Or was it All or Nothing?
Well, there's All or Nothing. There's Hard Knocks.
What was the first All or Nothing?
Don't know. Rams, maybe. Might have been the Eagles.
We started watching it a while back and I quite enjoyed it. That's a
Cardinals.
Poor tackle, that. I think he'd missed. I think it was Cardinals, yeah. That's a poor tackle from 𝐼𝐻𝐼rahman there.
It is.
I'm sure he didn't win the ball.
So we're on 37-10. There's a free kick given. 𝐼𝐻𝐼rahman went into, I think it's Elder. he's gone in a little bit too hard. He missed the ball. Referee, quite right to say that one. Really should have been considering a yellow there.
Yeah, he definitely missed him, and it was poor challenge. Looked like it could have hurt that one, but
big time. Yeah,
it seems like he's fine, which is good. Elder, team of the season last season. I packed him about 60 times in FIFA.
Gaz says he loves a bit of NFL. He's a Las Vegas Raiders fan. The Raiders. Do pop your NFL team in the comments. Tomorrow, my nephew Theo makes his debut for a team called the Raiders in our Berkhamsted Raiders, and I'll be going along to watch 8:30 kickoff in the morning.
What? Is that football?
Yeah, I am so gutted. I don't normally. You know what time I wake up, Nick?
Yeah,
no chance.
The earliest I've ever kicked off, even as a junior, is 10:30,
and that's sensible. Yeah, but there's that many games because he's so young. They've got like the 6-year-olds and the 7-year-olds and the 8-year-olds. They've got to pack them all in. So, Bobby, did you ever kick off games that early? Yeah, he did. He's giving us the nod. Yeah, so madness. So good luck. Right, free kick. Oh, it's not a bad one either. It's taking a little deflection, but I couldn't tell where that was going. It's going to roll out for a corner rather than going towards the goal. It was the man who gave away the free kick, owrahan, who heads that one behind. He's given away.
You got very excited then, didn't you?
I couldn't tell where it was going, and I already get the impression that Owrahan has a head like a 50-pence piece. So Pittsburgh Steelers, we've got the Browns, we've got Skull, the Minnesota Vikings. Who's your NFL team? I'm a Green Bay Packers man, which until last weekend was a thing to be proud of.
Yeah, I agree. They had a shocker, didn't they?
Only 3 points, lowest scoring game Aaron Rodgers ever been part of. Yeah, he'd have got a higher quarterback rating if he'd just thrown the ball into the ground every time.
Yeah, I think that as well.
But it's not a thing to think, it's a fact.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
It's a great ball to the far post, and it's headed back across, and headed back, but not across, and goes down and out. No chance there in the end for what we thought could have been.
It wasn't anywhere near, was it, in the end?
When you see it back, he does everything right, except he's not quite where he thought he was. I think he thought he was 5 yards towards the middle of the goal. And had he been, Bernard, he would have had that straight into the back of the net. That was a really great opportunity, and one there with a free header that you've got to be doing better at. Poor defending from the Blades. Good delivery. Yeah,
and Egan was all over the place, weren't he? Brewster again. What's he going to do? Oh, he's set inside. He shot.
Oh, shocking shot that. He really dragged it, and that's well one back.
Again.
Oh, poor option. I think the shot was on. We've seen against Peterborough that he can score from that kind of range.
He can score from anywhere, the boy. The boy is quality.
Never fall in love with a lone player. We've learned it. I saw a kid at Bramall Lane with Olsen 1 on the back of his shirt.
Oh, serious?
Don't do it, lads. Don't do it to yourself.
To be fair, I've seen Henderson 1 quite a lot in the past, which is the same thing, really, isn't it? Because we didn't know he was going to come back for a second season.
Oh, there's a chance for Hull with Lewis. Oh, it's out.
It's out there, surely.
It's out. Referee's not giving it. That was out. Clearly, the whole ball was out and over the line by Keane Lewis Potter. And that's a goal kick. That's a goal kick. Surely. You can't have given a corner for that.
Face is for. He just pulled the face.
Well, don't pull face, or I'm going to stop saying that we want to sign you. By the way, we have had the question of does anyone have a team, a non-UK football team that they also support?
A mile out.
It's a mile out. Pop those in the comments if you've also got a second team that you support that isn't a UK football team. Real Mallorca for me. Right, it's going to be a corner. Then. Nonsense. This is an unfair corner. You know what that means. Here's a chance for Hull. Yeah, shanked over the bar, and that's a bit of justice done there because that was absolutely...
Quite a lot of the time, you see it on Match of the Day, don't you, when they'll go back to like 3 years ago and it's like, oh, this ball looked out. And like everything else has happened since then, but they fixate on that one thing. But this time, obviously, if that would have been a corner, ball put in, goal, we wouldn't have been happy, would we, Hal?
No. Rick Sander was injured in the warm-up. Rhian Brewster has replaced him. And Rhian Brewster, we can say, having watched his performance first half, has very much been on the pitch.
Yeah. It's because he's constantly thinking about saying, "Hi, I'm Rhian Brewster." Billy Sharp is miles offside there, and he's not though.
Oh, is that a penalty? Referee's going to think about it. He's given it. It's a penalty. Was he offside, though?
He was a mile offside.
It's a yellow card. It's a penalty. This is going to be 2-0 Blades if the penalty is converted. But also the big question of that linesman. Did he get that horribly wrong? Because there's one thing we know about Billy, Nick. He hasn't got pace. So was he offside?
I think he's offside here.
I think he's on. I'm going to say I think he was on. He's played on. He's played on by the man, the far man just on the right.
I think he's very slightly offside, but it's tight. It's very, very tight. And really,
it is a pen.
He's saying that he won the ball, but he took the man and then the ball, didn't he? Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
He's wrapped his leg round Billy and then he's took the ball.
Blatant penalty. 300th appearance for the Blades. He's already got 1 goal today. He's won a penalty. I say he's on. Pop it in the comments. Was he off? Was he on? Here's a chance for 2-0. You'd imagine Billy would take it himself. It's Greaves who gave away the penalty, a man that we spoke about in the preview. Oh!
What?
I was just looking back at the who was going to take it. Oh, I thought for a moment.
It was always Sharp.
All right, fine. It was Sharp.
I don't know.
I think he was. So different comments, by the way. Some saying he's on, some saying he's off. Right, we're on 43-25. You want to get level with us so that the penalty reaction comes at you live. The game is on Sky Sports Football.
Come on, Bill.
Wipe of the nose on the sleeve. It's going to be right-footed up against Ingram, and it's saved. Ingram, a top keeper, someone we spoke about in the preview, and Billy puts it to his left. With the right foot, he went to the keeper's right.
It's not a good penalty. It's a good save, but it's not a good penalty. It's not in the corner enough.
It's not a terrible penalty. I mean,
no, it's not a terrible penalty, but it's not a good enough
save.
Penalty. It's not a good enough penalty to beat a goalkeeper that's going that way, in my opinion.
Will that miss be crucial?
That was, for me, poor penalty.
Here's a chance from a corner, a right footer taking it from the left-hand side.
Every one of their players is holding our players in the box. Every one of them.
Completely. That was a foul in the box. But I have to say that was a wrestling move in the box. Referee's not going to give another penalty, but Sharp has fouled clearly there in the box again, and that's a penalty.
Yeah.
But he's not giving it.
I don't think it was just Sharp. I think it was a couple of them were being held as that corner were coming in. And really, we've stopped. Look,
this is a blatant penalty. There's 2 penalties. 3.
Egan there.
3 penalties. And he's clattered.
4.
Sharp is.
There's 4 players being manhandled in that box.
The worst one is Morgan Gibbs-White.
Oh, no, Ben Davies, not as much.
The worst one is possibly Morgan Gibbs-White, but Egan is it Egan?
Did you see that he threw Billy Sharp straight into the goalkeeper?
He knew what he was doing there. And apparently I look like the goalkeeper. That, for me, was a second penalty. You could pick any one of those. When you see it again, I think it was Egan who was literally pushed to the floor.
Yeah. Shocker. Oh, the kid with the phone out there ready to video something to put on Twitter.
Live in the moment. Live in the moment. And what a lovely day to be watching football in Hull. Former city of culture, of course.
Absolutely. Billy Sharp's having a rest now. He's annoyed at himself in there. I know he's scored one already, but you know what Billy Sharp's like. He's going to be devastated. He's missed that pen.
Oh, absolutely, especially with the 300th appearance. He's already got 1 goal today, but he did do well to win that penalty. I think he was onside. We've had some disagreements in the comments, but hey, that's football. The main thing is it was given. For me, though, a blatant penalty, take your pick, and that should have been. And I think had the referee not just given a penalty, he'd certainly considered it there. But this is the way that football, it shouldn't be. It's like an early foul, and people say, oh, it's too early for a yellow. None of that should come into it.
It's so stupid. It's like when even not if it were just straight away. If we'd have had 2 penalties in this game, the referee wouldn't give a third. It's just why
Liverpool away. Stupid. We were doing the watch-along Liverpool away, and we were saying, weren't we? There's no way ref gives another penalty, and there was a more blatant penalty than the penalty that happened straight after that wasn't given because it's Anfield and it's Sheffield United, and that's just not going to happen. Because then the story's about the referee.
But that's not the ref. That's not necessarily. Well, it is the referee's fault, but that's just how football works in a weird way.
Yeah, there's a lot of unwritten rules. It's a bit like a lot of unwritten rules that we know because we've been watching it long enough. But if you were an alien just watching it for the first time, you'd be like, "What? Just give it.
Yeah, I know exactly. Is that true in any other sport though? If a bowler,
Yes.
if a bowler gets an LBW and then the next ball is also LBW, you wouldn't not be giving it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, cricket doesn't. No, cricket, the rules are very fair. I think the umpires, the standard of umpiring is outstanding in the Test cricket. Baseball, there's a lot of unwritten rules in baseball. Anyone who knows baseball in the comments will agree with me. There's a lot of unwritten rules. And there's a really poor pass and a chance for Hull to perhaps try and get something going just before the referee blows for half-time. He'll probably add on a whole another minute with that Billy Sharp injury as he got punched in the nose by Ingram because he was pushed into the keeper. Olsen does well to keep that in. That could have gone out for a corner, but we should be about to have the whistle for half-time. It's been a game where the Blades will, I think, look at it and say, we should have definitely taken the second into half-time. We should have capitalised on superiority of possession, but really not superiority of chances. It's probably been quite even there, and that's disappointing for me because this whole side, and I don't want to tempt any fate, but from what we've seen in the first half, this whole side look poor.
Yeah, they do. They really do. You mean poor?
Poor. They look poor.
Poor. It actually sounds a lot stupider saying poor, doesn't it? Sounds really stupid. Anyway. People watching this for the first time are like, what are they going on about?
Well, Billy's furious with himself, as Nick quite rightly said he would be. He's muttering a number of swears. We're at half-time. It's 0-1. The Blades have that lead. And I've got to say, Nick, that first half has not been one for the neutral. Sorry, neutrals. But it's been one that we should have really capitalised on. What are your thoughts when you just review it as a 45?
As a 45, I think I'm going to say we were the better team, but actually, after we scored, we definitely sat back and we let Hull come back into the game and create a few chances. They created a fair few chances, like you said before. They created chances just as good as the ones that we had. Like, we were running through, we weren't particularly creating the chances, but we were in areas where a different ball could have created a really big chance, and we just didn't take it. Like, Morgan Gibbs-White was fantastic in that half. He was the only one really making anything happen. And we just need to be better in that final kind of third.
Absolutely. We have at half-time an opportunity to thank our sponsors, Manscaped, who made this happen today. We're always very grateful to Manscaped for doing that. And the Performance Package 4.0 is what we want to talk about, because with the weather changing, autumn in the air, it's our friends at Manscaped are here to make sure with the pumpkins that you don't carve your pants pumpkins when you're grooming. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're keeping things fresh this fall with the leaders in male grooming and their brand new 4th generation performance package. Boys, get ready for the cuffing season like no other. Ready to take the leap into fall with Manscaped. Join the 2 million men worldwide using Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code TSUW. And Nick, 2 million men. Nick is modelling.
I'll be wrong.
Well, 2 million. I'm amazed it's not more. I mean, there's quite a lot of men in the world, and they're quite hairy. There's more than 2 million. I read that. So I'm amazed it's not more. Manscaped.com. Use the code TSUW. Nick right now has the Performance Package 4.0 on his
What's
laptop.
that light, Hal? What's that light? That is an LED light that you can use in the dark, in the shower, everything. You can use this wherever you want. Everywhere.
Absolutely. Well, it's time to bundle up with Manscaped's Performance Package 4.0. Inside the package, you'll find the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver, Crop Reviving toner, Performance Boxer briefs, which Nick and I comfortably wear, and
I've got another pair here. I've got one pair that I wear. I've got one pair here. I only wear one pair of boxers a week.
You only wear one pair of boxers a week, quite right. Turn them inside out and then start again. That's how that works. But first off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. If you're looking for a cozy up, then the trimmer is essential. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed, as you saw from Nick, for a more precise shave. Plus, as Nick also mentioned, it is waterproof, as is human skin. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker to chop your worst weeds up and top up your nose and ears, because no one likes that. This nose and ear hair trimmer uses 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to provide proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps prevent nicks. You always want to prevent nicks, snags, and tugs.
It's not worse than nicks.
It's not worse than nicks, because of course you've got to protect those delicate holes. So seal the deal with Manscaped's liquid formation, the crop preserver. That's ball deodorant. Everyone knows pumpkin spice lattes and ball deodorant go hand in hand. Then, after trimming the pumpkin patch and whacking the leaves, give your balls a boost with the crop reviver. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts for their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped boxes and the Shed Travel Bag. Get comfy on the home end and go again this season, looking and smelling fantastic. We cannot recommend this enough, can we, Nick?
We can't. Absolutely not. The Shed Travel Bag.
Oh, it's an absolute game changer. If you're going to the Shed, get 20% off and free shipping with the code TSUW at manscaped.com. This could be for you. This could be for your loved one. This could be a gift. I'm going to get this for my brother-in-law. 20% off and free shipping with the code TSUW at manscaped.com. Make your balls a priority this fall. Choose manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you.
It's also in the comments as well. Everything's in the comments. So we've got Manscaped, we've got NordVPN, all in the comments. If you want to help us out, help the channel out, it's all there. All the information. Just click on the link. TSUW is your discount code.
You do have to keep your balls in good nick.
Why didn't I say that?
And here is Robert, who's always trim and well-shaven, who's, I think, on his holidays still.
Yes, last day. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay again. From actually quite warm Las Vegas, Nevada. It's very dark out, though. So I have, like, the computer light screen trying to not be Hal and be in the shadows. So yeah, weird angles, but we're going to make it work today.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to say what's happened, but of course, what happens in Vegas needs to stay in Vegas, right?
Yep. But yeah, what's happened so far in the field? That we can take that all day. A 1-0 lead at halftime, not conceding a goal despite a couple poor opportunities that Hull probably should have converted on. On the whole, we'll take it.
What do you reckon to the penalty incident, Robert? Do you side with me that Billy Sharp was onside?
Yeah, from the quick angle that we got from kind of that bird's eye view, it looked like the player on the far side was keeping Billy on. Obviously, we don't have VAR. We're most of the time thankful for not having VAR in the championship. And so I'll take that. It was definitely a penalty, no doubt there. But yeah, whether he was onside or not, I think we would have spent probably 15 minutes and it would have been a Lundstrom's toe type incident and it would have got called off. So
absolutely. That's what I was saying. It looked like it was absolutely bang on line, but you just know that if that was in the Premier League, Lundstrom's big toe, even though he don't even play for us anymore, will have been there somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's make this a foursome. We've got Statsman Adam, who's joined us at halftime. So, Adam, do you want to agree with Robert or disagree with Robert over Billy Sharp onside?
Onside, definitely onside.
Okay, and what have you made of that
That was
first
a
half,
Sean
Adam?
Dyche answer, that.
First half, we've missed opportunities, really, not just a penalty, but Hull were there for the taking, and we should be out of sight. We should be 2-3-0 up in this game. Hull look very poor. They look like a side that are heading for relegation, and we're just not capitalising on it. You can see why they've not scored in 6. I don't want to speak too soon, but yeah, it's disappointing. This is where we should go for the kill, and we should be at least 2 goals clear.
Well, let's bring in Jeff. Jeff joined us at the start of the game. Jeff, do you agree that the Blade should be more than a goal up at half-time?
I think they should be, yeah, because I think at the start of it, they seem to be playing too defensive, and it just seems to be every time when they score, they've got an habit of keep playing defense a lot for some reason. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. And Robert, would you make any changes at the break?
No changes. I would definitely consider bringing in 𝐍𝐸 at some point in this game. We've seen it the last couple games that he has that link with 𝐍𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐿, and he's been good out there. I think he had right before the cross to Billy for the goal, he had a couple crosses that kind of went to nobody. And so maybe if 𝐿𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐴MN's on the field, creating those 1-2 opportunities with him in the midfield, I think we have a chance at really coming and getting that second goal that we need to start to put this game away in the second half. But nothing right away. I'd probably give him another 10-15 minutes before I make a change.
Well, there might be a change in goal because since Nick said that we won't see 𝐷1 again, apparently 𝐷1 is going through excessive warm-ups at half-time. Thank you, Scott, for letting us know that. Olsen, Adam, he seemed to take a knock, and you as a former goalkeeper, you know what those knocks are like. Do you expect to see 𝐷1 come back in? And also, what have you made of Olsen?
Olsen, he's not had a lot to do. I think he was just caught a little bit cold. I don't know whether he picked it up for the corner when they had the header at the back post. He seemed to be scrambling across his goal and having not done an awful lot. I'm just wondering whether he sort of overstretched something at that point. But yeah, it's a bit concerning. It seems much of nothing. There's no clear, sort of where he's picked it up. So 𝐷1 if he comes in, I'm sure we'll do a job.
Adam, I've got this question again for you then. Olsen, okay, so he'd had no real time to get to know the players' names, no real time to train with them before that Preston game. Looked a bit shaky. Was it perhaps a case that he's still not quite there yet? And actually, again, like you said, coming in cold, he's hurt himself. Was it the wrong decision to throw him in so soon?
I think Preston was a mistake, looking back. I think that was too soon, but he's had the rest of the week to work with the team. I think Slav will have had his team worked out pretty much from sort of Wednesday morning. So he's had time to work with the defence, work with Davies Egan, know what's sort of going, commanding. It's quite interesting watching him when crosses were coming in. There seemed to be an understanding of what was happening. So, yeah, Tuesday was probably too soon for him. Today, yeah, perhaps so. But, yeah, we'll see.
Well, Jeff, you got the goalkeeping perspective from Adam there. Jeff, when you play football, what's your position? Are you a keeper as well, or do you prefer outfield?
I prefer to play as a striker mostly. I've been interested. I know I've always liked to play like the Shearer role, Alan Shearer.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I thought you meant Duncan Shearer. Cheers for clearing that up. So, Jeff, let's focus back on the game for a second. We can maybe talk about your goal-scoring prowess another time. But do you expect to see any changes for the second half? Maybe let's assume that Olsen isn't going to go off.
Yeah, I think it's just in. I think it's just in time for. I think it's just in time. I think 𝐷𝐸𝐽𝐻𝐿 should be coming on. I think as a central attacking midfield role. I think.
That'll be Kevin Keegan on the line. Going, are you still available? Let's get the band back together.
I think that's what it is.
I've got Les Ferdinand. I've got Darren Peacock. We just need Alan Shearer.
Not exactly, yeah.
Highly likely. All right, well, we're very much going to get back underway soon. Robert, we'll go back to you. I want your final score prediction for this game, having witnessed what we all have in that first half.
Honestly, I'm gonna go 2-0. I think we get one more in this half. I'm gonna go way out on a limb and predict a Morgan Gibbs White goal. Okay, it's not that far out on a limb, but 3-3. It's gonna happen.
Wow, 3-3 for a player who only scored 2 before when he was at Wolves, I believe. Adam, we're now hearing that Sander was replaced due to a minor hamstring injury, thanks to your friend of mine. Nathan Hemmingham, or Nathan Hemmington, as that says there, or Nathan Hemingway, as Panchero called him on Blades.
I was just going to say that, yeah. You call him Hemingway all the time.
The poor fella, he's got a million surnames, none of which are correct. So, Adam, are you concerned then with the amount of games we've got coming in quick succession if this is a hamstring injury?
If it is, what's a minor hamstring injury? Has he felt a tweak and it's a precaution? If so, sensible to leave him out. he can have a rest in midweek in the cup as well, and then bring him back the week after, hopefully. But aside missing Sander Berge, we've got sufficient to come in, so it's not as big a miss as if we were missing some other key personnel, in my eyes.
Jeff, how do you say Sander's surname?
I pronounce it as Burger.
I think Nick is.
You're the man, Jeff.
Nick is about to give you a round of applause. All right, Jeff, before we let you go, give us your full-time score prediction, please, sir.
Like I mentioned at the start, I think it's still going to be tight, so I'm still going to stick with 1-0.
All right, still sticking with 1-0. You said it at the beginning, 1-0. You said Sharp as well. Sharpie knew that you'd said that, hence why he missed the penalty. We will let you get back to Kevin Keegan and tell him you're available. Thank you very much for joining us, Jeff, Robert, and Adam.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks again.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers.
We're just about to get back underway. Matt Smith is going off for Hull, and Andy Cannon is being brought on. So we're going to see that change for Hull City. Will we see any changes for the Blades? Possibly.
Little George Honeyman's coming on, which I'm excited about because I really like George Honeyman.
Well, the keeper's going off, but not for the Blades. Josh McGuinness is going off as Honeyman replaces him. And I just saw, by the way, the amount of people we've brought, Nick, that aren't involved. I just saw Verips there as well.
Why? What about my mate Jordan? My mate Jordan might be there.
Regan Slater, is he there?
Regan Slater's probably there. Yeah, definitely. He's probably on whole bench.
2 changes for the Tigers, rah, rah, rah. 2 changes for them. And there's captain Billy Sharp. So at the moment, we're not seeing any changes for the Blades. Looks like Olsen is going to be back out, which I think is a relief.
Yeah, it looks like it. I've not seen him yet, but I've also not seen League One Wes yet. Have you seen him? I
have not seen either, but so far I think they would have highlighted it if Olsen had been replaced. So I'm confident that Olsen is back out there. Drendon asking if we say Njai or Ndai. I say Iliman Ndai.
And I just say Illiman so that we don't have this problem.
Kick off. We're back underway. Second half. You can pause us. You can pause your TV. You can pause your stream. You can pause on YouTube. You can pause on Twitch. We're on Twitch, kids. And we're also on the Facebook. It is 55:16. I want to give you as a time check. 55:20 now. So if you can get level with us. 45. Sorry, I am numerically dyslexic.
10 minutes in already.
45:30. If you sync with us once, you'll hopefully be bang on throughout the whole thing. That's a free kick. Early biscuits. And your favourite player goes down, George Honeyman. Any reason that you like him? Is it just his name?
No, it's Sunderland. Sunderland till I die. Have you seen Sunderland till I die?
Was your favourite not Jack Rodwell?
It's definitely not.
I tell you who I didn't like. I didn't like Lewis Graben.
No. Horrible kid.
And also, who's telling him that beard looks good? It's a wispy, pathetic beard. This isn't a good beard, so that's why I don't grow it more. I've had it like that. This is thicker than his, and I don't think it's thick enough because it doesn't grow here.
No, but it grows downwards, and
yours is the same, isn't it?
Mine grows out.
But yours doesn't grow in these bits.
No.
Yeah, so we're the same.
No, it does. It's just very light. But where it doesn't grow is there. I've got a little weird patch
I shave all of that.
Oh, that's a good shout, that. But I'd have to shave literally to my chin.
That's what I do. I shave all the way up to the chin, yeah. And I'm sort of unsure about the sides because they're a bit patchy.
Oh, that's not good. What is good is that Ben Osborne is... Oh, no, he's just got taken out.
You've joined us for Hairy Man Beard Chat, the Beard United way. We've done the Manscaped read. We've done the beard conversation. There it is with your LED light. And we are still 1-0 to the Blades. We've so far, if you have just joined us, found out that Sander Berge had a minor hamstring injury. Bobby in the background, by the way, from Sunderland Till I Die, liked Johnny Williams. I think we all liked Johnny Williams.
Love Johnny Williams, yeah.
He was also on the All or Nothing Where Eagles Dare on Amazon about Crystal Palace, and he came across really well on that as well.
Say that again?
Where Eagles Dare on Amazon Prime.
Is this?
It's about Crystal Palace. It's a new one.
I've not seen this.
Oh,
I
it's
didn't know that
brilliant.
existed.
It's like found footage, like something from Blair Witch from their time under Ian Holloway.
Oh, that's exciting. I didn't know that existed. When did that come out?
Oh, Bobby, do you know when it came out? Bobby says it's a banger of a series. He agrees with me.
Recently or a while back?
A month ago? Maybe 2 months ago. It's great.
Oh.
Where
Right.
Eagles Dare. Johnny Williams, fantastic. Really comes across well. We've had Bobby in the background becoming Bobby in the foreground briefly in this game. And if you have just joined us, we do talk about the game. It is 48-08.
And as well, the last time that we brought Bobby in the background on screen was when somebody gave us £5. So if you want to see Bobby in the background, every time you have to pay us £5.
Here's the Blades on the attack on this right-hand side. Morgan Gibbs-White looks for that early cross. It takes a little nick. And that's gone out for a... That's gone out. It's well out. Who's he kidding? He's reading comics, Ingram, if he thinks that's not gone out. He's a big lad, isn't he? Or is it just the pink is not very flattering?
It looks nothing like you as well. Half of these people...
Nothing like me.
Oh, he looks like you, Al. They don't look nothing like you.
When Eagles Dare. 4th of June it came out.
4th of June. Oh, can't wait to watch that. I love football documentaries, every single one of them. The Leeds one, the first one, was pretty damn good there.
I thought it was a bit naff, to be honest. It really should have been about us that season because that was the story.
Could you imagine if it was us? That'd have been brilliant. Great
Ball
ball.
played in. Oh, it's a great one! It's John Egan who meets that header and puts it straight back from whence it came. And what a great time to score. 49 minutes, the 4,000 Blades at the whatever the stadium's called today, Stadium celebrate. And it is 2-0 to Sheffield United, and it is no more than United deserve.
Have you noticed that the crowd aren't really going mental? And I think that's just because Hull aren't that good. Like that is
because we've had a whole 2 seasons of VAR, and we knew.
Oh, wait a second, did that come off Ryan Brewster?
Are you giving this to your friend and mine?
Somebody else. If that's Brewster, it's his goal.
Oh, it's the defender.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not sure, but I need to see it again. So it's John Egan. Heads it on, and it's the defender, if anyone. But we'll give it Egan, and you know what time it is.
If that was Brewster. LA. Brewster's chased him like, it was my goal.
Do the voice.
Hey, my name's Ryan Brewster. Sorry. Anyway.
Oh, great start to the second half. Fantastic. 2-0, John Egan. If you want to be in the super chat, as Nick was saying just before that free header, then we will bring Bobby in the background back on screen. But we've not done as well this time as we did on Tuesday night. Nick set me a little goal on Tuesday of trying to raise 100 English pounds.
Far off.
We raised
I was taking the mick as well. You know that, don't you? I was taking the mick.
I told people. I was honest. I was like, Nick's told me this is what we need to do. So let's do it as a team. And they really came good and they helped. And we just got shy of it. So all of that money will be used to support the channel with things like our audio podcast. That's not a foul, get up. It's free.
And the audio podcast is very expensive as well. You wouldn't believe how much that is.
It really is expensive for us to host that each month. So we need your support with that. It's called Sheffield United Way. Do check it out. It includes interviews with current and former players, as well as some exclusive audio-only content to come. And it's got our interview with Sheffield United owner, Prince Abdullah. So at Sheffield United Way, Apple, Spotify, Acast, Amazon Alexa, in fact, anywhere you get your podcast except SoundCloud. Do check it out. Please give us a 5-star review as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I'd like to hear what other people think about the Prince interview, because we've not had enough praise on it, have we, Al?
Well, Radio Sheffield dedicated a whole show to it. But, you know, what do we know? We're just social media cheerleaders.
Give me a S. Give me a H. Yeah, we are. That's all we are, mate.
52-02.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a lot of cheering going on from Hull fans to Sheffield United fans. I don't know what's going on there. It just caught my eye. But there's definitely no getting mauled by the Tigers. I can see that. That's
the worst song. I'm so cringe, the whole Tigers, rah, 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 mauled by the Tigers, you're getting mauled by the Tigers. If I was a Hull fan, I would support another team.
No, you can't do that. Can't do that. But
Well,
I'll tell you
clearly,
what,
the whole looking at the empty
people
seats,
left
a lot
the
of Hull
ground?
fans have.
Have Hull fans left the ground? Because there seems to be way more black seats than in the first half.
I mean, they are kind of protesting their owners in all seriousness, if I must defend Hull fans.
Okay.
So
get up, George.
So a lot of
Honeyman.
Hull fans, and they do have a lot of fans, they are deliberately not going to games until their owner is out. It's a kind of a Mike Ashley affair. So I must be honest and defend them for that, because they do still care about. In fact, they care about their club so much they're not going.
No, I like that.
Now this was Honeyman on the right hand side. I'm not sure that was a foul at all. It's a hand across the back from.
I don't even think it was, mate.
From Reece Norrington-Davies, if it's anything, the ref has fallen for it, and it's a free kick. Not only a free kick, but Reece Norrington-Davies has been booked, his second booking of the season.
What is that?
And it was never a foul.
That?
Well, it's just nonsense. The ref has completely fallen for it. It's the same referee who didn't give a blatant penalty at the end of the first half for Sheffield United. That is ridiculous. And if this leads to a goal, it would be terribly, terribly unfair.
And they missed that one in the first half. It wasn't the referee, it was the linesman, where he put the ball across the box when it was out.
2 yards out. Free kick, taken strong, well delivered. Headed back and behind by Captain Billy Sharp. It was that ball whipped in, and Moncur it was who put a bit of swaz on it.
Yeah, weren't a bad ball to be fair, but there were no Hull players at the back stick, which is great for us.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of strikers, both sides playing one up front, and I think that has been evident when balls have been played into the box from set pieces and open play, but not corners when I say set pieces, just free kicks. And here's another corner, which is defended really nicely there. I think it was Ben Davis who got his noggin on that.
It was. Do you remember what score I said it was, by the way, in the preview, what my prediction was?
3-0?
3-0, baby.
I do listen to you.
3-0, baby?
Did you see what my tweet was from my mum? From the preview?
I don't think so.
Get onto it when you get a chance. You will absolutely love it.
Is your mum on Twitter?
No. She sent me a picture and I've tweeted it, and you'll like it. Here's a shot on the edge, caught by Olsen. He's all right. By the way, if you do want to see this tweet I'm on about, @HalTheBlade, and give us a couple of follows. I'm only 1,800 off being level with Nick.
You know, you're under 1,000, I'm sure you are.
Well, either way, I don't know how you've got 1,000 more than me. So let's get that sorted now, please. Even if you don't like football, just get a Twitter account and follow me @HalTheBlade. Let's get it right.
You're really sad. You're so sad. Is he Bobby? Is he sad or is he sad? Yeah, he's sad. You know what? Every time I say something to Bobby, he just agrees with me. I love it.
Yeah, Bobby's brilliant, and Bobby is coming to his first game at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane next Saturday with myself and Nick. It'll be the first time he gets to meet Nick. By the way, talk to me about Reece Norrington-Davies and the name on his back. It's something you noticed, which you pointed out to me at Luton.
Yes. What I did was I looked on the website to have a look how many letters you could have, because really I wanted to know if it was still like £1 a letter or whatever it used to be, and it still is. I think it's more than £1. But you can't physically get Norrington-Davies on the back of a shirt. You can't do it online. I'm guessing you can probably say in the store, but you can't order that online, Norrington-Davies, which I just think is crazy.
It is, and also someone pointed out to me at the Peterborough game, he's got little letters, which they use for the children's shirts.
Bless him.
So they can fit it all on. In seriousness, we're at 56.33. There's been a booking for Small Wood. In an unrelated matter.
That's a bad foul.
It's a bad foul. It was on the left-hand side with a free kick now to the Blades, about 20 yards out. But an unrelated matter from Smallwood, we are sponsored by Manscaped today. Do use the code TSUW, 20% off and free shipping. We have this free kick. We're approaching the 58th minute now. We're on 57, bang on. Manscaped.com with the code TSUW, 20% off and free shipping.
Absolutely. And it keeps the lights on, doesn't it, Hal?
Well, literally, because there's a light on the kit if you buy it. But yes, it does keep our lights on. Do give us a super chat as well. Try and support the channel any way that you can. So we've got a free kick on this left-hand side, already wrestling in the box, and Billy's going to be in trouble if he's not careful.
Yeah,
here.
but look at that. That's got to be a penalty, surely.
Well, Honeyman's definitely fouling Billy, but Billy's got to not respond. He's got to be better than
Yeah,
that.
why is he holding him?
Take your hands off, Billy. Just take your hands off. No need to get involved.
He's getting frustrated. He's getting sent off here, Billy, if he doesn't.
Honeyman knows what he's doing, and Honeyman's trying to get Billy.
Look at this. Look at this.
He's got to leave him alone. There's a Honeyman Sharp coming together. It's nonsense.
Why is he going outside the box? Let him do that inside the box, Billy.
If Billy is stronger than Honeyman, he could literally just get a run up and crash into him, and Honeyman will be down, tread over him, and score. You don't need to get involved.
That's good. Just the thing is, the referee is going to be watching. Look at that.
Billy's not going to give it. Honeyman knows it. Ball played in. It's a decent delivery. It's going to fall on the edge of the box. Referee's positioning, something that Statsman Adam mentioned, is poor, and he was in the way of that, not allowing Brewster to get a shot back in, but it'll be crossed back in. One well. Oh, and Egan's going to get a chance for a Burnley-esque goal, but it's blocked well and cleared from their own box by Hull City, and gorgeous George Baldock trying to win that and doesn't. But that's surely a Blades throw.
I've not seen anything like that in such a long time. Where he
ref's not going to give it. He's seen that. Honeyman said, right, ref's not going to give any fouls in the box, so I'll just foul him. But to be fair, Billy is a bit naughty with the elbow.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been doing that, but it was annoying him, weren't it? It was annoying him, and I couldn't understand why he's getting annoyed with that.
Completely agree. Here's Ben Osborne on the left, plays it into Howrahan, gets it back. Oh, Ben Osborne, cheeky. And Deshaun Bernard had no answer to that. And it's played on the edge of the box. Oh, it's a nice turn. It's a left-footed drive. And it's a stinging, rasping shot, which Ingram does well to parry over the bar. And that was great football, Nick.
It was great football. It was. Oh, he sent him for a paper, didn't he? And it's straight down his throat. If that's going in either corner, he's possibly scoring here. What a strike with your wrong foot, though. Well, it's definitely not his wrong foot looking at that, is it?
I think he might even be ambidextrous with the feet.
What is George Honeyman doing? He's going to do it to Gibbs-White now, isn't he?
There's a good comment from Scott, and it is, get Billy off.
Look at the wall!
And I think that's right, because Billy's going to get sent off at this rate. Scott, you're absolutely spot on. And now it's, again, referee's going to have a chat.
He's going to give a penalty at some point. He's
not. He's going to do it the other way, Nick.
He will. No. He'll give a penalty. Don't worry about it. If they carry on doing this, because there's 4 players, again, holding our players in the box. The ref knows it's happening. So the ref has got to give it if he sees it.
He needs to give it. He's got to get a grip of this game. I've seen this at Anfield, 2007, when Kozlik gave away a penalty.
He's got Billy's arms. Honeyman's literally...
Oh, that's a penalty! That's a blatant penalty! Oh, he's in anyway! He's in anyway from the near post header! Oh, it's justice for John Egan. It's 3. Nick called it in the preview. And that man with the quality shirt that we saw at Luton is right at the front.
Oh, that was so funny. So funny.
Absolutely brilliant. Are you on it or am I on it?
I'm trying. I don't know what it is. Where is that? Allez, allez, allez.
Allez, allez, allez. And that is deserved. I mean, it was a penalty in the build-up. Morgan Gibbs-White thrown to the ground by Honeyman. But then who cares?
How is the referee not given that as a penalty?
Oh, he's soft as out. This referee ain't got a clue. But Egan just comes near post and says, forget about it. If you're not going to give us a penalty, we'll do it our way. Billy furious. I mean, proper.
Billy's getting manhandled as well. Every time. Hull can't play football like this. Sure.
It was like Billy's playing like a defensive lineman in the NFL, just pushing his man away because he has to. Ref's not got a grip of this, and I do fear for future set pieces, but not from the way you're thinking. I do think the ref's going to be soft and give a foul the other way.
Well, looking at that, I thought there's no way he can't give a penalty here, especially he had him like that. He had him like a wrestling submission move.
Nick, we need to talk about the fact there's no Norwood in the set pieces.
They've been quite good, haven't they? They've
been really, really good. Here's a cross
and Morgan, 3 crosses. We've scored from 3 crosses, and Norwood's not on the pitch.
It's something that is possibly something worth mentioning. I'm not anti-Norwood, you know that.
No.
But I do think we need to talk about the fact that the corners have beaten the first man and the crosses have been sublime. I just think it's something that needs to be mentioned. I'm not having a go at Oliver Norwood.
No, absolutely not. And really, I think a lot of people thought Norwood is only in there for his dead ball deliveries. And when Norwood's not putting good enough balls into the box and not beating the first man, that's when you think, why is he in the team?
So what do you want next most? Tyler Smith to score for Hull?
Well, I know that's what you want.
I want, as Adam said, I want a John Egan hat-trick.
Yes, that'd be amazing.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
The funny thing as well, who'd have thought when Billy Sharp was stepping up for the penalty that John Egan was going to be on a hat-trick and Billy Sharp wasn't?
This is so similar. Last time we played Hull at the, whatever the stadium is called, it was a 3-0 win for United. David McGoldrick scoring in that one.
Oh, what a goal that was. Oh, he scored two, didn't he? Scored two and Ender got one.
And Ender won from Baldock's cross. Stunner, though, the 25-yard effort midway through the first half. But yeah, 3-0 was the score last time we came to this stadium. And I was in Gibraltar. Did you go to that game?
Oh!
The changes on the bench because Berge wasn't involved. Because Sander wasn't involved. Adlen Ghediora went on the bench instead. And Ghediora is about to make his Blades debut.
I love how we both the penny dropped at the same time. We're like, oh, that's why he was on the bench.
Mate, Sky have got producers in their ear telling them all this. We don't have that. We've got it muted. How can we possibly know?
I know. Yeah, to be fair, though, we could have put 2 and 2 together, but...
Hourahan, whatever you want to call him, he's going off.
Hourahan, my missus calls him.
What are you giving him kind of as a review of that starting debut?
I don't think he was great.
I agree.
I don't think he was great. I think he gave the ball away a lot. I think his first few tackles were quite lazy, and I think in his head he thought he was going to get there and he didn't.
He's just a bit off the pace of that. I agree. And he could have got booking as well.
Off the pace, yeah, definitely off the pace.
So in the comments, let us know what you think of Hourahan's performance. Now here's a chance for Hull to try and get one back, and it's into the box through Wilkes. Oh, it's a great ball at the far post. Got to be. Oh, and he skied it up to the air Moncur when it was easier to put that into the back of the net.
I think that's
was that the block?
I think that's a block off Davis.
Well, if it was a block from Davis, it's absolutely sensational football there. It's headed back by Keane Lewis Potter and Moncur. It is a block. You're absolutely Nick.
Not a block. It's a tackle.
It's a tackle. The foot just blocking it. Yeah, but Nick, you spot this stuff before anyone. I'm always so impressed. I agree with your review of Hourahan. So we do have Ghediora on. He's wearing my lucky number, 25. What's your lucky number?
17. All day long. England Nick 17.
Of course.
Follow him on Twitter because it's all about Twitter followers, apparently.
Yeah, I should have been at Hal the Blade 25, but I'm not. I'm just at Hal the Blade. Give us a follow. Who wears 17 then for Sheffield United?
𝐷𝐸𝐷𝐸 𝐸𝐷𝐸𝐷𝐸.
Of course, your favourite player as well. It's just
well.
I've got Ghediora.
I'll tell you the story of the 17.
Yes.
I'll make it really quick. I signed for the best team in Sheffield at junior football at 1 year. And everyone was like, oh, why have they signed him? Why have they signed him? And I were on the bench. And they said to me, they said, oh, what numbers do you want? And then they kept shouting numbers out. 17 was the last one. I kept saying, yeah, I'll have 8. Yeah, I'll have 4. Yeah, I'll have this. Yeah, I'll have that. They didn't give me any of them numbers. I got 17 because it was the very last number. And then got myself into the team. And it were like, right, I'll have number 5 next season.
Like it. Well, I've been in communication, as you know, with some of Ghediora's family this week. And I also did a video for an Algerian YouTube channel with over 250,000 subscribers. So I'm now big in Algeria. So I'm all about getting behind Adlen Ghediora. He wears 25. So, yeah, obviously he's one of your favourite players.
Absolutely. I'm just choking away. I mean, I don't know how that happened.
Well, it's all right. I'll update you as well that Ghediora booked after 26 seconds of his Blades debut. That is a record.
I'm still choking, Hal. I'm still choking. You have to take the reins, mate.
All right, that's fine. You can mute yourself and sort yourself out. But yeah, 𝐍𝐸𝐬𝐷 and Vinnie Jones going to have a lot in common, I feel. Sharp flicking that one on after the foul, so it's not actually going to count. Honeyman has been a really dirty git since being brought on. Nick's favourite player, but I'm not a fan at all. And that's a foul on John Fleck, a bad one as well, and could quite honestly have been worse. The referee trying to sort of look like it's genuine concern. So if you want a review of what happened here, Honeyman saw Fleck coming, pretends he's fouled himself, but absolutely nothing in that. And I don't actually... It's 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐷 there. We're seeing the 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐷 challenge again as well. That was also, in my opinion, not a booking. But he's got it. He's got the booking. And our very first ever Algerian player booked after 26 seconds. Just
you did
nonsense.
say in your video that you did, Hal, you did say that it was a bit of a dirty so-and-so.
Please watch that video. We want to get more views on that one. It's on our channel at the moment. Who is Adlen 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐷? And
tackle Norrington Davis.
I've got to say, Norrington Davis needs to put a string of good tackles and good crosses together. And Rhian Brewster going on a little turning circle, but not telling his football. And
no.
It's won by Wilkes. And then really good defense. That's a foul by Wilkes. He's pulled his man back.
It's getting beyond a joke. Do you know what? Hull on a physical side in the ways that they should be, like Preston were. They were physical because they were constantly like into them straight away. As soon as they get the ball, just pressing constantly. Hull let us have the ball, but then when the referee's around, it's just like that, just wrapping your arms around them. It's weird. They don't know what they're doing.
Leeds 2021. I've got an operation on Wednesday, Hal and Nick. Well, very best of luck. I hope that whoever you're operating on has given you permission. We've got, looks like Tyler Smith being brought on the 70th minute to get that goal to make it 3-1, Nick.
You want that to happen as well, don't you?
It will make me look a bit like Mystic Meg.
Yeah, and it'll make you look like you're a Hull fan or a Tyler Smith fan rather than a Sheffield United fan.
I'm definitely a Tyler Smith fan and a Sheffield United fan.
He don't play for us anymore.
He'll play for us again. He's the new Billy Sharp.
I'm a John Lundstrom fan.
Here's a prediction. Billy Sharp, next Sheffield United manager. Tyler Smith, the next Billy Sharp.
No chance.
All right. Yeah, it's far more likely that you're correct. George Moncur goes off. Tyler Smith is brought on. A great head of hair for Moncur. That is something I think all men could aspire to. That looks like an offside there. Smith straight away, and that'll be a free kick. Ben Davis, who's had a very comfortable game at the back, and John Egan, who's had a magnificent game at the back, just receiving the ball from Robin Olsen.
Have you just said that John Egan has had a phenomenal game more than Ben Davis because he scored the 2 goals?
Yep.
Goals really do count, don't they, when you're thinking about if someone's played well or not?
Oh, yeah. I mean, goal scorers normally get the man of the match.
I know, it's daft. It really is.
It's not daft because goals win games.
It's daft. Oh, he's away.
He shouldn't have got past. That's never been a foul. As if he's furious. He's throwing himself around. He got past Reece Norrington Davis far too easily. Rhian Brewster does really well. Lays it off to the booked after 26 seconds, Adlen 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐷. And played up to Morgan Gibbs-White, who's had a superb game. Just takes a great touch. Manages to create space from absolutely nothing. He's already in the box as well, Morgan Gibbs-White. With that layoff, poor play from Billy Sharp. Showed far too much of it to Bernard, but then gets it back. And he's as strong as an ox, as strong as a tank, but as also...
you could say.
The passing ability of a tank there as well. And Hull will get it back and then play it far too far forward. And Robin Olsen, bit of a sweeper keeper role there. Comes out and does well.
I'm surprised that we've not brought Billy Sharp off, to be honest. We're 3-0 up. He's played 90 minutes in every game recently. He's missed a penalty. Let's bring him off. Give him a little bit of chance to just kind of have a little bit of a rest, eh? We've got about 30 strikers on the bench, probably. Bring one of them on. Or bring 2 of them on. Lovely football, though, isn't it? He's such great football to watch.
And that's what Fulham and Watford fans promised us. After an initial slow start, Slav would get us playing good football. And here is Morgan Gibbs-White. Can he chip that ball over and find his man in George Baldock? Eventually he can. Keane Lewis Potter flicks it on. And it's laid back. Morgan Gibbs-White just happy to slow the play down. Here's 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐷, the signing after a 2-week trial. And that's a swipe from Bernard. I'll call it now. He never plays for Man United.
Oh, no one there. We want a 4th, don't we? We want a 4th. We want a 5th. Let's get this goal difference up. We lost 4 against West Brom. Let's get them back and more.
Michael asking if I can put a link to the Algerian channel. I'll tell you what, if you follow me on Twitter, you'll find it on there.
Ryan Brewster.
It's a massive swipe from
However,
Ryan.
I did say that every time Ryan Brewster has a shot, it goes straight at the goalkeeper. It certainly didn't that time, did it?
Well, there's a keeper I know who's gone to this game, a Blade friend of mine, and I think he said he was around about that part of the stadium that he's standing. So I think that ball's hit him probably square in the face.
Yeah, probably has.
Look, now, Nick, you're going to have a go at me, but Zach has just said, Al, what's your Twitter?
Al? I think that's all. What's your Twitter? oh no! Oh, we've just conceded. Oh. And it's not Tyler Smith.
It's the star man, 𝐿𝐚𝐲𝐿𝐼s Potter, who gives Hull a goal back on 74 minutes. We're at 73-25. If you want to get level with us, 73 now 30. Again, clean sheet. Absolutely right, Nick. We wanted that.
We needed that. We really did.
Talk us through it.
So it's a long ball. Is this as we are now? Oh, no. This is as we are now, isn't it? No, this is the goal.
This is the goal.
They're showing the goal back. Oh, it's Tyler Smith cross. That's your fault, that.
That's annoying. That is really, really poor defending. It was a ball played by Honeyman into Tyler Smith on this right-hand side. He looked up once. He crossed beautifully. And 𝐿𝐼s Potter, the man we highlighted in the preview as the one to watch out for, just slotted it away. His second goal of the season. And my Twitter handle is @HowlTheBlade. And you can see my video. It's in English on this Algerian channel. And we've since had Algerian followers follow us. We're on a mission to 15K. If you've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do. That'd be really, really helpful. And if you're a member as well, we love you. You're fantastic. You're magnificent. There are options. Just click join. Oh, and it's 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿 goes for the strike. And it's high, wide, and not very handsome. He has got a record, though, of scoring from long range. And I think we're going to see Ollie McBurney, pal, for Billy Sharp.
What did I say? Get Billy Sharp off.
Before he gets sent off.
They're still at him. I don't get it.
Why did Smallwood need to push him there?
Maybe because it was walking off. Maybe.
Well, now Billy's going to take even longer, and quite right too.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's giving it. He still gives it even at his age. He never grows up properly, does he? Really Sharp.
He's got always either imposter syndrome.
He loves it. He absolutely loves it. He lives for it.
Thank you as well, Vespen, saying he's subscribed. That's really kind of you. By the way, we are brought to you by our partners today, NordVPN.com. Go to NordVPN.com/TSUW. So it's not a code for this one. You need to go to that web address, NordVPN.com/TSUW. If you want internet security, 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months, absolutely free. And here's a chance. Oh, it's a terrible touch.
That was his chance. He was through. Brewster.
He does need a goal. Once he gets a league goal, well, we've been saying this for what feels like 5 years, but once he gets a league goal, he'll be off. He'll be running.
Yeah, we said that about just getting a goal, and he did get a goal, didn't he, against Carlisle?
It does need to be a league goal, I think, because even in the back of his head, he'll be like, that was just against Carlisle.
It was just Carlisle, and it was a tapping, wasn't it, really? Billy Sharp did all the work.
He couldn't miss. So, of course, it's still a case, though. I know, if any Carlisle fans are watching, obviously, we're not disparaging Carlisle, but I mean that Rian will say it's not a team in the same league. That's all we mean by that. We've mentioned our members already. I'm just going to put them on the screen because while Nick takes a sip, I think it's so important to mention that our members are what keep the channel going. At the moment, the channel is now, and it always will be, free. But if you want to support us and just allow us to do even more, please become a member. Now, it's offside. It won't count, even though it's a very tidy Tyler Smith finish. And that would have been a game-changing finish had it counted from the blade. Tyler Smith. I'd like to see that again.
He's done all right, hasn't he, coming on? He's assisted a goal and he's scored a goal that was offside. But was it?
No.
He's onside.
He's well on, and that is a shocking decision. If we're in the Premier League, Tyler Smith has just scored against his boyhood club.
Yeah. It's Egan's fault, isn't it?
You might
Tegan's
remember
fault.
it is. You might remember me saying that Hull had never gone 7 games without scoring, and they haven't again. And I also predicted in the preview that obviously if there's one team that was going to allow them to score, it would be us. Of course it would.
I know, it's disappointing. Isn't
It
it?
is disappointing, mate. It's really, really disappointing. We've been so much the better team today.
Yeah, we've given them a couple of chances though, which you can't give anyone these sorts of golden chances because eventually they will score. We're in the same league after all. This is the game that it should have been a clean sheet.
Lewis is a new member. What an absolute legend.
Shall we add him? Shall we add him, Hal?
Staley. Lewis Staley. He's come up in green, so I know he's telling the truth. Thank you very much.
It didn't pop up though, did it? It didn't pop up.
No, it didn't. It normally pops up. We've got a fair few members in today. We've got the members and the freeloaders. Members, absolutely incredible. You help support the channel. If you want us to get more, we've got some big names planned, but we do need your help. Here's a ball played forward. Hull are starting to come back into this game. They've got a new lease of life, a second wind, and Tyler Smith, the next Billy Sharp, has been the reason for that. He has absolutely transformed this Hull side. Can Ben Osborne do the same? Oh, it's a lovely cross, but Rhian Brewster wasn't quite there, and it'll be cleared, and Hull can go again. So deep does Tyler Smith come that he's in his own half and somehow offside. Must have come from just beyond halfway. But the Blades 3-1 up. We're on 78.50. If you are just joining us, 78.50. And it's been a decent game second half. Not a one for the neutrals first half. Billy Sharp missing a penalty, a great save from Ingram. He was onside. It was a definite Stonewall pen. And also, if you're just joining us, Sander Berge was injured in the warm-up and was replaced by Rhian Brewster. And Nick is going to talk us through what he's made of Rhian Brewster's performance this afternoon.
Do I have to?
No, you don't have to.
I like Rhian Brewster. I want him to do well, but I've got to be negative, really, because he's not done a lot well. I think it's not his fault because he's not playing up front. But just then, do you know when he had the chance to go through and score a goal, he took a poor touch and just let the defender come back across and take it off him. That was a golden chance for him to take the ball on and just slot it past the keeper. Not a lot's going right for him. His touch is letting him down right now, I think.
Are you concerned with the way that Hull have come back into this game?
No. There's 10 minutes to go with 2 goals up. This would be like Aston Villa all over again if we went and threw away a three-goal lead. They've not been great. Yeah, they've not been great, Hull. I don't think we've been perfect, but we've certainly created better chances than they have. Obviously, we've scored 3 goals.
What do you think of Christian's predictions? How likely is that?
Maybe not in this lifetime. Maybe in the next. It almost seems like there's more fans in the ground now. Now they've scored a goal. I don't know how that happened.
It does. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
No, I just think in the corners there's just nobody.
Are their fans real? Big questions.
That's a good point.
The cardboard
almost
is
like
blown out.
Luton. Is it a real place?
Is Luton a real place? We still haven't actually got a concrete answer to that. Now, here's a chance for the Blades to win it back through Osborne to 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐸, then Ollie McBurney-Powell. 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐸 striding forward, takes that ball and gives it to Ben Osborne, and that'll be a throw-in on this left-hand side, 15 yards away from halfway. Maybe more, actually, because that's another line for rugby, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. Well, it's been a funny one. This second half has been a really funny one. We've obviously seen
good game though.
We've seen 3 goals. We've seen George Honeyman try and bear hug every single Sheffield United player going, but it's not just him; it's everybody. They must be training on the pit, on the training field, like holding players, which is a weird thing to imagine happening. It's odd. I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it, to be honest. But they've got to go back, and they probably don't deserve it.
No, I agree with that. Morgan Gibbs-White, though, just a special mention there for he didn't have the ball, and it suddenly became his ball, just with muscling. If he's got muscle as well to his game, Nick, he's almost a complete player.
Yeah, I think he is. Right, I've got a question for you, Hal. Right now, if Wolves said Morgan Gibbs-White was for sale and we had unlimited money, what is the price that you would go in with?
I'd say we have a player called Rhian Brewster. who you are going to love. Well, let me tell you about this kid. And after they've hung up the phone, you call them back. And then I would say genuinely he's worth 27 million, Morgan Gibbs-White.
27. Do you know what I said? It's funny that you should say that, because somebody said, "Oh, do you think we've got a good chance of signing Morgan Gibbs-White?" And I said, "Yeah, if you've got 30 million." And I thought 25 before that. And it's like, it's weird that it's around that. It's got to be. He is that good.
He's that good. And if, of course, I'm basing that on what players are being worth that we've bought, like Ollie McBurney-Powell. And
all right. In that case,
Brewster.
he's worth 80 million then.
Well, I mean, prices are getting silly. We don't have an option to buy, and they have a recall in January. So it's looking highly unlikely.
Let's not talk about that, please.
No, and we're going to try and block Quest highlights in the Wolverhampton area. That's great defending by the Blades. It was George Baldock who got back and got a lovely toe in, and Ben Osborne comes away with it. For someone who's been ill through the week, he's played all right today. Strides over halfway.
It's been all right, but like you say, he's been ill. Come on, Ollie. Come on, Ollie. Do something special.
Oh, lovely football from Ollie McBurney-Powell. He tried to slip in Morgan Gibbs-White with that right-footed pass, a slide rule pass, and it was just slightly too far ahead of Morgan Gibbs-White, and Ingram will come out and collect. We're on 83-43.
That was fantastic. I said do something special, and he very, very nearly did. I think it was a great pass. Really good.
Adam makes a good point that Wolves have previously been interested in Ollie McBurney-Powell.
Oh, yeah.
But that was under Nuno Espirito Santo.
I'm sure that they still mentioned it even when, is it Large? Large was the manager.
Yes.
Or is the
if they want to
manager.
have it large, I mean, if they're serious, we can talk Turkey.
We can. Absolutely. We can talk Ollie McChicken, can't we, as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bash coming on. Shore it up. Here he is. Oh, you gotta love Bash, haven't you?
Ben Davis has had a good game. What are you giving him then today?
Is in a rating?
Just in general, I don't want to ask you to do ratings because, of course, we've got that sorted with our man Robert for Fans React. So check it out on the channel.
Yeah, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic today, Ben Davis, I think. The only thing that I will pick up on that he didn't quite do perfectly was Tyler Smith whipping that ball in for their goal. He didn't stick his leg out, which you would expect a player in that position to do. When Morgan Gibbs-White is through, poor ball, though. Fleck's never going to get there. Oh, Ollie McBurney nearly in. Why didn't the keeper just pick that ball up? Was it a pass back?
It was a pass back. It must have been, because I was thinking the same thing. We're very much on the attack here, Blades. Sort of over and over again. That's for legacy viewers. They'll actually get that reference. Wilkes has gone down. He's annoyed me today.
Yeah.
Him and his brothers.
What annoyed me about him is look how big he is, and he's held on to players. He's not tried to outmuscle players. He's grabbed players, tried to stop them from moving, and then as soon as anyone touches him or goes near him, he's on the deck every time. Somebody who is that big and that looks that strong should not be throwing themselves to the ground. Yeah.
By the way, the reason I said him and his brothers is I got him confused with the Willock brothers because Wilkes and Willock sound very similar as surnames. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, when you said that, I did think something else for a second. But yeah, people that have watched it all the way through will understand.
Yeah. Mate, that's why I cleared it up.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Because it's 2021, and if anyone's going to take things the wrong way, it's people on the internet.
I was like, right, let's just gloss over that one. But
no, I've sorted it out. I've sorted it now, and the fact that we're not talking about it anymore means we're safe.
Okay, mate. Anyway, let's stop talking about that.
Yeah, if there's any one of the two of us that's going to get the channel in trouble, it's going to be me. Ball over the top from Reece Norrington-Davis with his tiny little letters, and his Brian Brewster, who wasn't expected to play today, and he's ended up playing, well, I would imagine the full 90, as we've got
they're all on now,
all the subs on. So yeah, well, I meant unless he goes off injured, but his 𝐍𝐸�0.
Question:
all right.
When was the last time that Brewster played 90 minutes?
When was the last time
in the league?
That's a great question. I don't know. Statsman Adam, if you're still in the chat, you will know like lickety split. I asked Nick a question midweek, which is when the last time Sheffield United won 2 games in a row. Now, we still haven't done it. I'm aware of that. We've got a draw in midweek. But when was the last time? If, let's say, we go on and beat Southampton on Tuesday, and then we go and beat derby. When will be the last time? Right, here's a
Go
chance
on.
for Morgan Gibbs-White on his right foot. Gets it back. Oh, and his trusty left actually let him down with that second ricochet. Such a shame. The Blades have weathered that Tyler Smith storm.
Yeah. We don't want to see Morgan Gibbs-White score now, actually, do we? Because the more times he's on the score sheet and Wolves have not watched the game, the more times... Oh, sorry. Yeah, they're going to want him back, aren't they? They're going to want him back. If they keep seeing his name on the score sheet...
We just need Wolves to win games. It doesn't matter, I suppose, if he's scoring for us. If they're going, well, we're fine, our house is in order. By the way, Clockwork Orange, Sander is injured. It's a minor hamstring injury, courtesy of Nathan Hemmington, yes.
Hemmingfield.
Who I met at the last home game, and he said to me, I thought you'd be taller. That's the first thing he said.
How tall is Nathan Hemming?
A good foot shorter than me.
Oh, straight at the goalkeeper.
Straight at the keeper from Rhian Brewster. I've got to say, by the way, if you do ever meet me in real life, the first thing you say to me, if it's about my height, is actually quite rude.
Oh God! The thing is, you tell people online, don't you? And the first thing I said to you, or the first thing I thought when I saw you was, you're not as short as I thought.
Nick made me feel brilliant. He was very complimentary about my height, and I love him. And here's a chance for Hull coming in that right back on his left foot. Oh, he was reading comics. Left foot, right back. There's a reason you're a right back, pal.
I thought for a second that came off Osborne, but it can't have done because he's walking away with his head in his hands.
No, it was Coyle, who is a good player, Coyle. But he played at Fleetwood. Obviously, you're a good player if you've played for Fleetwood. But it was a good shot. If it had been, rugby. Andy Carroll, I believe, still available actually as a free agent. Would you?
Yeah, I definitely have him in my five-a-side team in Sheffield. Yeah.
Can you answer Nud's question, please, Nick?
He has definitely not had a bad game.
Not had a bad game. In parts, he's been invisible. Man of the match has been Morgan Gibbs-White, according to Sky. Do you concur?
No, because he's not scored a goal, so we don't want to see it at the bottom saying man of the match.
You're right, because Wolves are going to get that report back. He might as well score.
yeah, exactly.
And it'd be 3-3.
A weird one. He's been excellent.
Oh, ɡ̐ēdiora with a wonderful touch there. Rhian Brewster playing. This is good football from you.
That's a great ball.
And that's a chance over the top. Hit it! Oh, it's a corner.
Strike.
Is it a good strike?
It sounded like I was talking to a child then. Good strike. It was a good strike on his left foot as it was bouncing. It didn't bounce where he thought it was going to, so he had to reposition his
corner.
Body. Yeah, he got his fingertips to it. Oh,
that's a corner. He's giving a goal kick. Ingram almost would have wanted that to be a corner to get the credit for the fabulous fingertip save.
Yeah, it was a good save.
Great build-up play, Blades. And it's a shame that Ollie McBurney isn't left-footed because that would have sat up really nicely for a left-footer to just hit it across the goal.
Yeah. But no, great football. ɡ̐ēdiora is having a good game, but is it because they're giving him so much time and room?
Oh, we've got our answer from Statsman Adam. I put it on screen. Oh, nice little flick back from Brewster, but no one there because there was a foul in the build-up. The ref's not giving it. It looked like Morgan Gibbs-White was clattered there, and I think he's a bit miffed at that one. And there is a clattering, and that is a foul. And referee, I think, is he going to give that one? It's been a very interesting refereeing performance from Dane Whitehouse today.
Yeah, it has been. But did you just say Rhian Brewster with a good flick back?
Yeah, because I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to play Morgan Gibbs-White in, and Gibbs-White was fouled.
It certainly wasn't a good one.
He didn't get enough on it. You're right.
I don't even think he caught it right. I think that's the problem. But to be fair, Morgan Gibbs-White was fouled.
Have you seen that from Statsman Adam, the last time Brewster played 90?
Oh.
That is incredible.
Wow.
Look at those eyes. Incredible.
That's bad, that, isn't it? That's really bad for someone that you bought for 24 million.
Oh, don't. Every time I hear that fee.
Who was it? Burnley, did he say?
Burnley, yeah.
The Burnley game.
Yeah, as it's also known. Yeah.
Burnley.
Yeah, you don't need to look up if he scored. I can answer that one for you without...
No,
Here's the turn from Rhian Brewster, who finds the industrious Ben Osborne. Don't ask him how he is. He doesn't want to tell you. But he does want to join the channel for a new feature, Osborne on One, where he goes through a list of things that bore him. Is that one of the big full-size Sports Direct mugs? Because if it is, your hands are like twice the size of mine.
Oh.
I can't even do that. Next time we meet up, we should take a picture of our hands together.
Yeah, I've got quite big hands, to be fair.
But I know what that means.
I'm a big guy.
Big gloves.
Somebody said, I don't think I am abnormally tall, but somebody said on Twitter, "Oh, I saw you. You were absolutely huge."
That was in the toilets.
I just think I'm a tall person.
Oh, it's a foul on the edge. No, says the referee. We're in 92.
What is he doing? Ryan Brewster thought it was a foul, so he smashed it forward in
5 minutes.
anger.
Added on. 5 minutes. It's 3-1 Blades. We're on 93. If you want to get level with us for the final 2, it's going to be, and I'm not going to do this after the Preston game, if Sheffield United can hang on, it's going to be an excellent away victory when really we should have had 3 wins in 3, and that would have been, I think, starting to kick on. As it is, that Preston one is a bit of a scab on an otherwise good week.
Yeah, definitely. Like you say, it's been a weird refereeing performance, hasn't it? He's not
big time.
He's given weird fouls, weird challenges as fouls, and not others.
Oh, that I think what just happened there summed up Ryan Brewster. Wonderful first touch, and then a slightly undercooked pass, which he got away with.
Yeah, definitely.
We're approaching the end of the game. We've got a minute left. The Blades happy to keep possession and play it around the back to Olsen. We're very thankful that he's recovered from what looked like a hip injury in the first half. I'm sure we'll find out at the end of the game. 𝐍𝐸𝐸𝐿, I still can't believe he got booked after 26 seconds after the video I did on him, where I said he's a bit of a hothead and will pick up bookings. It was never a booking, was it? I mean, that's the thing we were talking about with referees. If that had been the same foul in the first 26 seconds of the game,
that was great
got
football. Sorry, that was fantastic football. That until
the final pass.
Yeah.
Norrington Davis for me, he needs 3 or 4 good games in a row, build his confidence up, and we'll see the Reece Norrington Davis that I'm sure exists in there. We've seen just a couple of games where he's been in and out of a good performance.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, Enda Stevens is coming back now, and he needs to up his game, because if we get back the Enda Stevens of old, and really Enda Stevens in the Championship should be a different player.
Yeah, he's certainly on enough money. And there's Ollie McBurney, pal, playing it back to Ryan Brewster, who has to be playing as a striker, but he's playing deeper, and it's a win for Sheffield United, a 3-1 away victory on paper. Of course, that's what you look at. Can the Blades go and win a game? Absolutely they can. When you see the kind of performance that we have just witnessed today, should perhaps have been more. We'll take it, and we'll kick on and move on to Southampton in the League Cup, and then Derby County with their massive points deduction and potentially future-altering situation in the league next time. Myself, Nick, and Bobby in the background will all be going to that game, so hopefully we'll get to see as many Blades as possible. If you do see any of us, please come up and say hi. I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I'm not a handshaker. Just want to make that clear. It's nothing personal. I don't like shaking hands. Nick, the exact opposite. Big,
I am a
big physical contact guy. Happy with handshakes. Happy with hugs. Occasional kisses.
Do you know what made me laugh about when you said that? Obviously, when we're putting the fan cams up, everybody only sees certain things. When I see everything. And Luke likes to fist bump people. People don't want to fist bump him. People want to shake his hand. So he's always like this, and people grab his hand like that. And sometimes he's trying to stay with the fist bump, and then eventually his hand opens and shakes the hand. But it's so funny watching people try and shake his hand, and he's constantly trying to fist bump him. If you've ever done that before, that is the most awkward thing ever.
Yeah, he knew in advance going in that I wasn't a handshaker, so we fist bumped till the night was young, and then it got older. It's a good win. Nick, did you give me a man of the match?
I don't think I did. I don't think you asked, but I will go with... it's a difficult one. I thought everyone played good. Not brilliant, good. But yeah, probably Morgan Gibbs. Why? He was definitely...
He was great, wasn't he?
Yeah. if he's not playing in that game, are we struggling a little bit more?
Yeah, I mean, everything he did well. So he makes space for himself. When he takes the ball, he's clever with it. He sees opportunities and he'll spin away from his man. The Blades now in the top half of the table as well, 11th on 9 points from 8 games. That will change, of course, with action underway later on today. I would throw John Egan into the hat as well as an option today for man of the match, not just for his 2 goals, but I think overall it's just a good performance.
I think he would get man of the match, wouldn't he, on like Twitter and stuff like that because of his 2 goals. And really, yeah, you probably could just give it him anyway because there were 2 great headers as well, trying to get away from his man. Both times he beat his man to that ball. But I always like to give it to somebody who makes things happen, who creates things. And that ball on for Sharp's head and just all the second half where he was always looking for it. He was always... every time he passed it, he was off. He was moving. It's just great to see. And without him, we wouldn't be creating half of the chances that we are.
Can we ban this person?
No, we don't. No, we're not giving him back. He's ours now. We're going to lock him in a cupboard somewhere and only release him for matches. He'll still be better than half the players that we've got if he didn't train.
Got to agree with that. I sometimes be thinking that with Jack O'Connell. Thank you very much. Nick is back for a match reaction soon.
Yes, as soon as we leave.
Is that right? Right. As soon as we leave, you're doing it straight away?
Pretty much, yeah. As soon as we leave, I'm going to be bringing the match reaction to you.
Fantastic. Do follow us on Twitter. And yeah, we agree 30 million is probably about right. But yeah, I think a recall in January, terrible as I say, it's just looking likely because he's playing so well. Nick is back for that. We will have fans react. There is no fan cams this week, but that will return. And also Nick and I will be at Southampton as well. So we'll hopefully do something for that game as well. But it won't be a watch along. We're back for watch alongs for the next game on TV, which I believe is Middlesbrough.
Yes, that is correct. But I'm not going to be in that one. I'm going to be at the game, which is quite exciting. And it's my birthday as well. So yeah, many happy return. 34, Hal. 34. Look at this
Catching
face.
up.
36
Honestly,
today, wouldn't you?
I say you're going to overtake me soon.
In age.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
in,
yeah.
Or in
creeping.
followers. Oh, wait, no, I'm already ahead of you.
At Hal the Blade, at Hal the Blade, at Hal the Blade on Twitter.
Right. I think we're done. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you in the next one.